Seattle Sports App.
KIRO AM Seattle. KIRO FM HD2 Tacoma.
This hour is brought to you by Goldberg and Jones.
Give me a freaking auto!
From the Quantum Fiber Studio, this is Brock and Salk on Seattle Sports.
Brock Heward and Matt Marcus. Sorry about just Mike.
Heward, not exactly Joe Cap there in the pocket.
Now here are your hosts, Brock Heward and Mike Salk.
All right, hello, good morning. Hi, everybody. Let's do this. It is the Brock and Salk Show, Seattle Sports on 710, seattlesports.com, Seattle Sports app, all the podcast platforms, 97.3 HD2, HD number 2, yeah, and YouTube, all places where you can find the show. I will admit to a little bit of disappointment this morning. I was really hoping that my late show rant yesterday would lead to some offers to be on a board or two for a local company, and didn't happen, at least not yet. Maybe people don't know how to get in touch with me. That's fine. You can find me on X, Twitter, at the Mike Salk. I don't know. I horrified.
So you needed to make like a promo. You needed to sell it.
I might. I just honestly, I feel like I've been selling it for a long time, and people just, it doesn't dawn on them. Like, oh, Mike is available to do things like that. I know people think I was joking yesterday. I'm not joking. I'd be great at it. I don't know if I'd be great at running a company. I would not be good at that. I don't know enough about it. But sitting on a board, I think I'd be really good at it. Like just asking questions and trying to get more out of the company, asking whether you're like, I feel like that would be my expertise in life. I was meant to be on a board. So hopefully that'll happen sometime soon. All right. I'll start off with a couple of texts. I'm not going full late night Mariner text, not while they're in Pittsburgh. And honestly, like a lot of it's not that funny. But there's a few texts that kind of get me going in a few directions. So I'll read you these. First one says, I don't want to talk Mariners, so instead I'll just thank you, Salk, for your love of Rush. Well, you're welcome. You helped me solve the New York Times connections puzzle tonight. Oh, God, now I'm sorry I missed it. You can't really go back on that, right? Ah, that's too bad. All right. I wonder what it was. If you're around, text me. I would text the show. I'd love to know were they Rush songs? What happened? I'm excited about that. I'm not going to comment on that M's game because it was just crap, but I watched your Aaron Goldsmith interview, and that redeemed all of my bad feelings. I've always loved what Goldie brings to play-by-play, and yesterday made me love him even more. We're so lucky to have him in Seattle. Thanks for bringing up that Rays call, the floater. It had me laughing so hard. Yeah, you'll hear the whole Aaron interview coming up in a bit. I did feel weird, oh, God, maybe I shouldn't have brought that up, but it just...
You said it after, and then I was like, oh, and then you put it on me to play it.
I know.
You think I upset Aaron?
I wasn't going to play
hard.
it. I didn't want to play it. I didn't want to be that guy, but I thought it was great. And I will admit that call pops into my head more often than it should.
That was the first I'd ever heard of it.
Oh, it's hilarious.
So that was great.
It's so funny. That's Ian on the board today. And
hello.
I just, it every time I hear it, which is not very often, I guess, but I don't know. It makes me laugh, and I just think it's funny, and it does sort of linger in my brain, I guess. Salk, I'm listening to yesterday's show about the top 100 NFL players. How can the Seahawks have 8? They have to fit every player on the almost Super Bowl champion LA Rams on the list. You know what? That's a really good point. Thank you for bringing that up. You're absolutely right, and I'm shocked, quite frankly, that they haven't gotten that done. All Rams. Forget everybody else. Just throw the Rams on there in totality. Hey there, morning after that stinker of a Mariners game. When will we stop wondering what this team is all about? They are who they are. A middling baseball team with great but inconsistent pitching. Basically, if the pitching is on lock, we got a chance to win. If not, we don't. Then we lose. How long will we continue to wonder when will it get better? Probably for a while. I mean, we're at the halfway point, and the Mariners are in first place. So I think we'll probably keep wondering about it for a while because, they're in first place. Have they played great? No. Are they disappointing? Absolutely. Am I telling you that, I'm like in love with the first half of the year Mariners that we saw? No. But the first half is not necessarily predictive of the second half. And they're in first place because the division stinks. So as long as they live in a division that stinks and continue to play at least the level of mediocre baseball that they've played so far, they're in it. And then they've got the trade deadline. And then they're going to get Brendan Donovan back. And then they're going to get Matt Brash. But Cal Raleigh hasn't hit yet. Josh Naylor hasn't hit yet. And history tells me that those guys probably will. So, believe me, there is no justification. There is no excitement. There is no happiness with what the Mariners have done through the first half of this season. I'm not justifying it. It stunk. Mediocre. But the reality of the situation is the rest of the AL, and especially the AL West, is worse. Significantly worse. And I don't believe has anywhere near the upside that the Mariners do when everything comes together. So I'm not disagreeing with what you've seen. It stinks. But I don't know whether I believe that is necessarily predictive of what we're going to see in the second half. It might be. You're right. It might be. But this foregone conclusion of, I watched them lose last night 11-1, and therefore there's no way they could. Yeah, it just doesn't work that way. And then it gets me to this one. Brock and Mike, you guys talked with Jeff and Aaron, I believe that's Jeff Passan, Aaron Goldsmith, and posed to them the same question. Can the Mariners be great without Cal being great? I believe they cannot be great this year, not because of Cal, but because they are so erratic. Pitching, hitting, fielding. I know you believe that's baseball, but I'm not challenging that statement but this team has no consistency. I don't see it coming together. We're at the halfway point, and this is who they are, average, erratic, adrift. This is who they are right now. You're right. I don't necessarily see it changing because we haven't seen it yet, except that I've seen so many other teams, this team included, over the last couple of years, look that way for a while and then not look that way anymore. It just doesn't necessarily, it might predict what's happening next. It doesn't mean that the opposite is going to happen next, but I don't think there's any way to predict what the Mariners are going to look like in the second half, other than that they've got more talent than they've showed so far this year, and my gut tells me that talent will rise to the top. If you ask me, will the Mariners have a better record in the second half than the first? My answer is yeah, they probably will.
Well, injuries would have a lot to do with that, right? I think a lot of the inconsistencies have come because even though they haven't had season-ending injuries, they've had so many stack up.
Been a lot of moving parts, and a lot of the guys that you would expect to be better haven't been. Now, that being said, there's a bunch of guys on this team that have had better seasons than you might expect so far. Randy's been better than expected. Canzone's probably been better than expected. Luke Raley's probably been better than expected. Could those guys regress a little bit? Yes. Is the league figuring out Colt Emerson and Cole Young? Cole Young has not been the same player. I know he had the home run the other day, but he's not been the same player over the last month or so that he was to start the year. So, there's going to be ups and downs. That being said, is Cal Raleigh going to be as bad as he's been for the first 3 months of the year? Probably not. Has Julio truly hit that incredible Julio month? No. So, I'm not, again, I don't know what's going to happen. This is not a prediction because I don't have a freaking clue what the Mariners are going to do in the second half. What I do know is that I don't love this. I'm not, this was from Tim Kirchin yesterday. And I'm going to start by saying the answer to my answer to my own question to both Aaron and to Jeff Passan over the last couple of days, can this team be great without Cal being great? My answer is no. Flat no. And I was surprised that neither of them just said that. No, they cannot be. They cannot be great without Cal being at least very good. That's what it's built on. Before Cal became a superstar last year, they were good. They didn't make the playoffs the 2 years previously. They had problems. Then Cal turned himself into a 60 home run hitter, and they made the playoffs and went to the ALCS and nearly went to the World Series. That wasn't like an accident. Those two things were absolutely correlated in my mind. You need to have a superstar who everybody's afraid of. And if Cal's not great, or at the very least, very good, he's got to at least be 35, 40 home run guy. He's got to be a 100 RBI guy. A mediocre to not good Cal Raleigh is not a recipe for Mariners success. So I heard this from Tim Kirchin, and I was like, wait, what?
I just saw the Mariners the other day in Baltimore, and I'm not making excuses for anybody, especially a guy who's hitting 164. But when I ask somebody I trust on the Mariners, what happened to Cal? This is right before he was coming off the injured list. And he said the WBC killed him. And this is not to blame anybody at the WBC, please. But the way it works in the WBC, Cal Raleigh, according to my source, got 9 at-bats in 2 weeks. And that's just not good enough in spring training when you really need as many at-bats as possible to get your swing.
The WBC was 4 months ago. What? What are we talking about? Like, to me, if I'm Cal, I would be insulted by that explanation. You're telling me I'm so mentally weak. I'm such a weak player that a few days of not getting as many at bats is going to ruin my whole season? What? It can't be. He can't possibly feel that way. Everything I know about Cal Raleigh is that he would never use that as an excuse like that. And I'm glad other people are saying it for him so he doesn't have to say it for himself, but I don't buy it. He missed a few at bats 4 months ago, and so he hasn't had a good season? I don't know. It feels a whole lot more likely to me that, the core injury was bothering him and might even still be bothering him because we know these injuries take a whole year sometimes. I'm sorry. I love Tim Kirchin. I'm not questioning his source, and he's just, spitting back what somebody else told him by his own admission. But if that's truly it, that is weak sauce, man. Like, I just don't buy that. I just don't buy that. All right, we have a really short show today. Mariners are going to get right back on the horse. Still have a rubber match. Still have a chance to win the series despite the sky falling. Aaron Goldsmith will tell his story of the floater coming up here in about 20 after everything you need to know next.
Have you downloaded the Seattle Sports app?
We're going to have a challenge right here.
What are you waiting for?
Listen to this.
Every pitch.
Here comes the 3-2.
Every game.
Swung on and missed. Got him.
One app for free.
How about that, folks?
The Seattle Sports app. Every game.
Julio racing back.
Right in the palm of your hands.
Makes a leap and makes the catch.
Plus the latest Mariners news, insider access, video, and podcasts.
They got it. Wow.
The Seattle Sports app.
In 2026, Bay Alarm celebrates 80 years of security. With burglar and fire alarm systems, 24/7 in-house monitoring, and local service, our promise to the Puget Sound remains the same. We got you. Learn more at bayalarm.com.
Do you need a new roof? Visit 3treeroofing.com to schedule your free estimate and secure $500 off your project this summer. Our technicians build a custom plan to ensure a high-quality roof installation every time. 3 Tree Roofing, your Puget Sound roofing experts.
Summer's here, and Toyota of Kirkland and Toyota of Renton have the all-new 2026 Toyota Tacoma SR5, ready for every adventure you've got planned. Right now, during summer savings, lease a new Tacoma for just $299 a month for 36 months or finance at 3.99% APR for 48 months plus $500 TFS finance cash. Whether you're in the north or the south, they got you covered. Visit ToyotaofKirkland.com and ToyotaofRenton.com. Offers valid through June 30th, 2026 on approved credit through TFS. Excludes taxes, titles, license, dealer accessories, and a $200 negotiable dealer documentation fee.
This is for all you guys on Viagra. ED pills are no longer needed. The brutal side effects like 4-hour headaches, blurred vision, and that flush feeling can all be put behind you with our treatment. Here at West Coast Men's Health, we have a better approach to ED. Acoustic wave therapy creates blood flow circulation by safely removing the plaque in your arteries and restoring function naturally. Guys, let me be clear. Pills will never fix your problem. Our equipment is the latest technology, and our medical staff is the best in the industry. So give West Coast Men's Health a call today. Speak with our clinic manager. Ask him any question you like, how it works, the science behind it, and even the cost. If you suffer from ED or Peyronie's disease, give West Coast Men's Health a call today.
In addition to treating ED and Peyronie's disease, we now offer testosterone replacement therapy. With clinics in Redmond and Tacoma, call 206-519-6541. 206-519-6541. Online at westcoastmenshealth.com.
Rev up your summer at LeMay, America's Car Museum. The British Bike Exhibition is now open along with the all-new cafe, El Coriano, which is getting rave reviews. Mark your calendar for Tacoma Cars and Coffee or family drive-in movie night. Have friends, family, or soccer fans coming to town? The trip to LeMay, America's Car Museum will be the highlight for kids and adults alike. Plan your visit now at americascarmuseum.org and experience something new today.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They're not just window and door experts. They're experts at taking care of you and your home. At Pella, they find the products that meet your needs and their experts install them. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Discover why Pella is a trusted choice for homeowners everywhere. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. That's Pella.com/Eisen.
Progressive knows there's no one more important to your team than your pet. They're like your top draft pick. And it looks like Chuck has selected Pepper the Corgi. Bold pick there, Deborah.
Yeah, Rich, Pepper has a high ceiling for sure, but he does have a tendency to bark at every tree.
Yeah, he brings a lot to the table, but also takes a lot off of it, especially when it's been left near the edge.
Nothing left to do now, but suit him up for the dog park.
Protect your top draft pick from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates to third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms.
Mariners and Pirates this morning in Pittsburgh. First pitch at 9:35. Pregame coming up at 8:30. Listen live for free on the Seattle Sports app.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-8157. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-8157. That's 800-575-8157. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Less than 4 in 10 kids aged 6 through 12 are playing sports regularly. 4 in 10 kids? Let it sink in. Just 4 in 10 kids. ESPN is building a nationwide coalition powered by Disney called Take Back Sports, with the purpose of training more coaches, expanding access, and creating community-driven sports programming that puts kids and fun first. We're working on that story. We hope you'll join us.
Visit takebacksports.org to learn more.
Pros, save more on what you need to get the job done right. Right now at Lowe's. Get 15% off select custom entry and interior doors. Plus, save $80 on the DeWalt 20-volt Max 2-tool combo kit. Now just $169. And at the Lowe's Pro Desk, bring us your materials list and get a quote in minutes. Handwritten, a photo, or even a sticky note is all you need. Keep your jobs moving faster and on budget at Lowe's. Valid through 7/8 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
This hour is brought to you by Goldberg and Jones.
Need to know.
15 minutes past every hour with Brock and Salk.
Presented by Marquee Data. Here's what you need to know. Up first.
Yeah, no way to sugarcoat yesterday's game. That's a stinker from the Mariners. Brian Wu gave up all his runs in a disastrous fourth inning.
Here comes the 1-2. Swung on line drive, base hit, right field. Gonzalez scores from third. Here's O'Hearn around third base. Ball off the wall. Raley scoops it up. Another run scores. Rodriguez into second base, and the Pirates have the lead. A 2 RBI double.
Yeah, I would say the defense didn't help. Randy obviously had a ball he probably could have got to. I didn't think Luke Raley took particularly good routes in the outfield. Let a couple balls get past him. Not errors, but just plays that weren't made or allowed it to get worse. And next thing you know, the Pirates bat around. They score 5 runs. They force Wu to throw 40 pitches. He comes out after 4. And then the Pirates just tack on. They end up scoring 11 runs despite not hitting a single home run. That's rare. Maybe they got it all out of their system. Who knows? As for the Mariner bats, 1 run early, and that was about it.
Yeah, I mean, that's, I feel like even last night we hit some balls hard that we weren't able to, get hits on or get base runners from. And, tonight, same thing, some more hard hit balls. And Ashcraft, he makes you earn it. And I feel like some guys found barrels, but nothing to show for it. Like I said, we got to put this one behind us and move on and get ready for tomorrow.
I mean, they struck out 13 times. You might have hit a couple of balls hard. You didn't have 10 runs of balls hit hard. I mean, you struck out 13 times. I don't know whether that would have been my takeaway from that game necessarily. And then you got the Brian Wu problem where, again, he didn't pitch very well on the road, which has been a challenge, and he doesn't know why.
If I had answers for you, I'd have answers for myself, but I just don't right now. I'm digging, I'm trying, I'm looking everywhere. I just don't know. I wish I had better answers for you, but I just don't.
he doesn't sound particularly happy, and I don't blame him. I mean, he had a really tough inning there, unfortunately. Good to see Dom Canzone back in the lineup after he missed a day with his hamstring. Series finale, a little rubber match early this morning. Bryce Miller, Bubba Chandler, 9:30, which means the pregame show gets underway in just 2 hours at 8:30 this morning.
Here's the second thing you need to know.
Big match here in Seattle yesterday as Bosnia-Herzegovina takes the match. Let's see. Seattle Stadium. Now you got Iran and Egypt tomorrow. That keeps you updated with what's going on here. U.S. men's national team has its final pool play game tonight at 7 o'clock in L.A. against Turkey. This game is meaningless. It means nothing. How about that? Doesn't mean a thing. So they've got this decision to make on their best player. Here's former player Jeff Cameron.
Let's have no risk. We need him more importantly in the knockout rounds. But if the team is feeling good, he's feeling great, and he wants to get out there, there's going to be communication between him and the manager and the physios. So it's really about how he feels. But the last thing you want is for him to get in the game, and the opponent, they're going to go in there and try to set the tone. He's been dealing with a calf injury. They're going to go right for his calf. So we have to be cautious about that. And Turkey, they have something to prove. They can't go home without a win.
They should have just called it a lower body injury. Then nobody would know to go after the calf. Take a little note from the hockey coaches out there. What's he got? It's a lower body injury. Okay. Then they go after his quad. They'd get nothing because his quad would be fine. It's just his calf that's a problem. Doesn't make any sense to play a guy like that if you are, playing a meaningless game. Also, thank you, Maura. There's meaningless games in the World Cup?
Yeah, I don't get that. Like, people are so excited for this. It's a tournament that only happens every 4 years, and you have teams playing that are mathematically eliminated already. Like, I think you could fix the rules so that
Seems
that's
odd.
not happening.
Yeah, there shouldn't be. I'm with you. I get why it happens with pool play. It makes sense. But, like, a truly meaningless game, like a preseason game. Bizarre.
Here's the third thing you need to know.
By the way, just to finish that up, I should say the U.S. looks like they probably will play Bosnia in Santa Clara on July 1st. If the U.S. wins that game, they probably play here in Seattle, round of 16 game. That would be on July 6th. So if you want to plan your schedule accordingly, there you go. Hey, we've talked all year about the Mariners and how many left-handed hitters they have. Maybe here's a reason why that's a good thing. Like this from Buster Only yesterday. Thanks for sending this over, Maura. In 2021, left-handed hitters had a WRC plus of 97, which is about the same as righties. By 2024, lefties were a little bit higher. Righties stayed the same. But this year, with ABS in place, the challenge system, left-handed hitters now have a WRC plus of 108, 13 points better than right-handed hitters. That seems pretty meaningful. And his explanation, or at least partial explanation, is the automated ball strike system, which has helped to foster a truer strike zone, which helps lefties disproportionately, apparently, because most catchers are righties. The ball that's on the outside edge to a left-handed hitter is on the catcher's glove side. So it's been a lot easier for the catchers to make those look like strikes over the years, which has been harder on left-handed hitters. Pretty interesting. 29 of the, he goes on, the details are really cool. I won't bore you with the full details of it, but go check out Buster Only's piece. Pretty interesting. I like stuff like that. That's everything you need to know. 1:15 every hour here on the Brock and Salk Show. Salk, isn't a meaningless soccer match redundant? Yes, but I was being nice. It's a short show today. It's a short show. I was being nice, but thank you for saying it. Ashcraft is a beast, though, 100%. Aaron said it last night. He's absolutely right. Like, there are days where the Mariners get shut down by some nobody or somebody's not. Like, if they get shut down today, you probably have more of a problem. Bubba Chandler's not been very good this year. Ashcraft's, like, really good. He is a dude. Getting shut down by Ashcraft is not, by the way, saying the word is hilarious. What a great name to say. But like, getting shut down by Ashcraft is not an embarrassment. I mean, 13 strikeouts, you lose 11-1. It wasn't a good night, don't get me wrong. But he is really good. There's no doubt. There is no doubt. Prog Rock. Oh, okay, so it was Prog Rock. King Crimson, yes, Genesis, and Rush. Yeah, that makes sense. I would have put that together, I think.
You're speaking another language.
Well, Rush, you know who Genesis is, right? Phil Collins and Peter Gabriel, and they eventually, like, sang, like, Invisible Touch and like had huge hits, but they started as kind of a prog rock band in England. Yes, eventually went a little poppier with Owner of a Lonely Heart, but you know some of their prog stuff also. King Crimson a little bit more obscure, but I'm curious if they just wrote King, because if they put King Crimson, that makes it pretty obvious. All right, thank you everyone for filling me in on the topic from last night for category. What is it? Categories. All right. Aaron Goldsmith, you want to hear a great story? A truly great story. Stick around. You'll hear it next on Brock and Salk.
Think you know the Mariners? Not if you aren't subscribed to the Daily Mariners newsletter from Seattle Sports.
That's what they've been waiting for.
The latest Mariners news and injury updates. Exclusives from Mariners insider Shannon Drayer.
You look at the pieces and how it works.
Plus the best takes and breakdowns from your favorite Seattle Sports hosts and contributors.
The Mariners seem to be trying to build something that I think is a little bit more sustainable.
The Daily Mariners newsletter.
Monster solo home run.
Subscribe at seattlesports.com/newsletter.
Looking for a pre-owned Toyota you can actually count on? Then you need to take a trip to Toyota of Renton. Each vehicle passes a rigorous 160-point inspection, so you drive off with confidence. Plus, their service center has factory-certified techs and genuine Toyota parts to keep you running strong. Come meet the incredible team, ask questions, and take a test drive in their variety of dependable, certified, pre-owned inventory. See them in person at Toyota of Renton or online at toyotaofrenton.com.
O'Brien. When it comes to your home's water, Culligan makes it better. Say goodbye to hard water, odors, and rusty iron stains. Plus, a Culligan Whole House PFAS system is the only system certified to reduce 99.99% of forever chemicals and over 70 other harmful contaminants. Start with a free water test and let Culligan recommend the right solution for you and your water. Ask about 12-month, no payment, no interest financing too. Visit Culligan.com. Impurities may not be in your water.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it.
Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of essentials. Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
Okay, class, let's begin.
Psst, love your boots. I just sold a pair like that on eBay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it took like 2 seconds to list, and they sold almost immediately. I've been selling everything lately. Some chunky boots, a faux fur coat I never wore, and a vintage chair that was more of an expensive clothing rack.
You know, I actually bought these on eBay. Wait, are you Kitty Sell Stuff from Brooklyn?
Okay, quiet, please.
Find what you love, sell what you don't. eBay. Things people love.
At Wrangler, we know the essential question for any guy is, can I go like this? It could be date night, boys' night, work, or your nephew's school play. It could be anything, and the last thing you want to do is change. That's why Wrangler makes jeans, shirts, jackets, and tees that answer yes to life's essential question. You can go in Wrangler. Check out our latest styles today at Wrangler.com. Wrangler for the ride of life.
Hey everyone, Rick Witters with Cressy Door. At Cressy Door, we offer top-of-the-line garage doors, garage door service, and garage door repairs. Residential or commercial, please consider Cressy Door for all of your garage door needs. Cressy Door.
Hey Seattle, Jake Bobo from Techline Roofing. Are you in the market for a new roof? With the strongest workmanship warranty in the business, Techline Roofing has you covered. Take advantage of our easy financing and our summer special. Trust Techline.
Heading outdoors or on the water this weekend? Check in with Joey and Nelly on the Outdoor Line from 6 to 8 a.m. every Saturday on Seattle Sports and the Seattle Sports app.
Here in the Pacific Northwest, windows can be one of the best investments you can make to add value to your home. At Dunn Lumber, we have designated Marvin window specialists who have been trained by Marvin to best serve your needs. If you need help finding the right windows for your home, come by one of our 4 Dunn Lumber window showrooms. Or reach out to me personally, Mike Dunn at DunnLumber.com.
Dunn Lumber, building success together.
Start having fun. Caesar Sportsbook at Muckleshoot Casino Resort is your #1 place to eat, drink, watch, and have fun. Keep up with your favorite sports anywhere and everywhere on property with the mobile app. Visit MuckleshootCasino.com today. Scan the QR code and let the play begin.
Muckleshoot.
Did you really think Pure Talk was just going to sit back and watch America turn 250 years old without doing something awesome to celebrate? Of course not. That's why they're raising $250,000 for America's Warrior Partnership by the end of July. America's Warrior Partnership is on the front line of preventing veteran suicide. They've had extraordinary success, and here's how you can help. When you switch your cell phone service to Pure Talk this month, you'll be invited to round up to support America's Warrior Partnership. No pressure, but if you do, Pure Talk will match your donation dollar for dollar. And to further celebrate 250 years of our extraordinary democratic republic, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for just $34.99 a month. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. That's pound 250, say Mike Rowe. And happy birthday to us.
Brock and Salk's Rewind is presented by Toyota of Kirkland and Toyota of Renton.
This is Brock and Salk.
Weekdays 6 to 10.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
All right, Mariners win in Pittsburgh yesterday. The kind of win it's kind of when you want, man. They just, I said, it was formulaic almost. Not in a bad way, but just in that they followed their script. They followed their formula with pitching and a couple of home runs and just ridiculous work by Munoz. Maybe we'll start there with Aaron Goldsmith, who joins us from Pittsburgh. Beautiful city, underrated city, unbelievable ballpark. Good morning, Aaron. How are you?
Gentlemen, good morning back home. How's everybody doing in the heat?
It's great. It's awesome. Can't have enough of it. In fact, I wish it wouldn't go away.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that one.
Goldie, you remember one of Salk's great rants. Can you hear me, Goldie? Please tell me you can hear me.
Mora,
oh,
talked about this. You said you would send me the link where I could not hear Brock.
I'm sorry.
That's pretty good.
Really great.
That was good.
One of Salk's great early rants, he's had a number of them, as you know, Aaron, through the years, was we had the fires one summer, and it's hot as you know what, and ashes on the cars, and, there's smoke alerts, and he's like, suck it up. You can't practice. You can practice in this. I run in this. I love this.
Yeah.
I'm built for the heat and the ashes and the fire. That's our boy Salk.
Hockey guy. Classic hockey guy mentality right there.
For sure.
That's me. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
All right, so you're in beautiful Pittsburgh. The park is unbelievable. I love just the view of it. Every time I've been there, I've missed it and not been able to go to a game, but just looking at it on TV, I'm constantly impressed. And then yesterday, you got to see sort of the more impressive version of the Mariners. So I want to talk about the two guys that stood out to me yesterday, starting with Cal. And I'll ask you the same question that I asked Jeff Passan yesterday. Can the Mariners be great unless Cal is great?
It's hard to think of them being great. I mean, he raises the ceiling to such a level. And we knew that 60 home runs was not going to happen again. That's nearly impossible to repeat, but I think he needs to be an impact player, and he certainly still can be. Today we're at the halfway mark. Unfortunately, as we all know, he's missed a lot of time, and I think it's fair to believe and understand that it will take him a little bit of time. Even a player as great as Cal Raleigh, it will take him a little bit of time to kind of get his legs and his swing and everything else going again. He's been swinging a lot. I think in one of the games against the Red Sox, he saw 13 pitches and swung 13 times at one point. And I don't know, maybe that's just part of his process of getting back into it. He's also walked quite a bit, to be fair about it.
Mm-hmm.
So there's kind of a duality going on with that. We saw him pretty aggressive last night. And who knows, maybe it's kind of like when you see that first shot go through in basketball and it kind of changes your mindset and makes you believe that good things can happen. Maybe the same is true for him and seeing one go over the fence like it happened last night, his first home run since late April. But we know this, when Cal doesn't need much of a spark to get it going. And he's truly one of the game's great players. And maybe what we saw last night is what gets him going in the right direction for the Mariners.
Is there a moment or two, Goldie, through the years that you have seen psychologist Cal? Not home run hitting Cal, not defensive player Cal, not even Cal, the baseball player, but Cal, the sports psychologist with a pitcher or two or teammate. Is there a moment or two that stands out to say, yeah, I've seen that, and this is what it kind of looks like?
Are you talking about his impact on the team outside of just what he does behind the plate and at the plate?
And in particular with the staff, yeah.
Yes. I mean, I think as you would famously say, he's the connective tissue, Brock.
So good. Gosh, thank you.
I mean, I don't know if
thank you, Goldie.
I don't know if in this era of Seattle sports we've seen greater connective tissue than Cal Raleigh. Not to be hyperbolic about it all.
Maura, I can't hear him. Is Goldie talking right now? I can't hear him. I'm just.
This is unbelievable. Are you just trying to play up to what Brock wants to hear? That's amazing. That is some of the best Brock butt kissing I've ever seen.
Connective tissue, Cal Raleigh. I mean, in all seriousness, I mean, it is kind of funny when you think about the Mariners. Let's just say from like 2022 until now, right? I mean, Julio was the face in the early part of that timeline, right? He was the face of the franchise. It was the big extension. It was the home run derbies. He was all over baseball, and for all the understandable and right reasons. And I think because of the role Cal plays on the team as the catcher, as the guy who is so involved on both sides of the ball. Add to that a historic season, obviously, what we saw last year, where now he's on baseball's radar as much, if not more so than Julio, the MVP race, the whole thing. Because of all that, now Cal has really become the face of the Mariners in a lot of ways. And that's not a slight to Julio. It's just Cal had a once-in-a-lifetime season, so things kind of shift when that happens. And that doesn't mean that it won't continue to shift back and forth. I mean, if anything, you can say the Mariners are pretty fortunate that they've got two guys who were both All-Stars last year, both have an incredible amount of hardware on their mantle at such a young stage in their career. But you're like, yeah, okay, is this guy the face? Is that guy the face? Both guys are national names within the game. But because of the season he had, the role that he plays, the fact that he's in a position where you have to put others before yourself. I mean, you have to be a selfless servant if you are a catcher, even if you're a guy who hits 60 bombs, even if you're a guy who's the runner-up in the MVP and known for all you do with the bat in your hand. You still, every day, so it makes his job so hard, every day he has to prioritize other people, his pitching staff. And because of that, I think the catcher is naturally one of the great connectors in any clubhouse. But when you are truly one of the brands of the game of baseball as we speak right now, and a guy who has been on every commercial and on every platform, it probably elevates that position even more. So it was a huge void when he was gone. Credit to the Mariners for kind of treading water. Now it's time for the Mariners to take off. Like, they need to get it going. And it becomes a lot easier when Cal Raleigh is batting second for you and behind home plate every night.
We got a text this morning, said somebody from Pittsburgh who said watching the game last night and paying attention to the Pittsburgh feed, the announcers there, the announcers were like, how the hell does anyone ever hit this Munoz guy? How does he not have a 0 ERA? And if last night was the only version of Andres Munoz you've ever seen, I can understand the question. I mean, he was completely untouchable last night. Any sense, Dan didn't really say a lot about it, any sense as to what the difference is between the guy we were watching a couple of weeks ago and the guy that we saw starting to get towards it the last couple outings and then finally last night? Just unreal.
Last night was the first time he had touched 102 since 2022. He's hit 101 10 times now this year, and a lot of them came last night. For context, he touched that velocity 3 times each of the last 2 years. So I think you can make the case he did that more last night than roughly the last 2 years combined, to kind of buttress your point of what we saw. It's like they just said to Mooney, hey, how about you just try throwing harder?
I mean, is it possible that's what they did?
Well, I don't know. And what I'm trying to get to the bottom of, and I was trying to track down Gabe Spire yesterday, but didn't have a chance to see him before his day got too busy. Spire threw the hardest pitches of truly his career on Sunday. Gilbert has thrown harder than he has in years his last 2 times out. And then we already addressed Munoz. So you have 3 guys who all of a sudden have just really ramped it up on the velocity. And they're not, I think the key here is they're not throwing harder than ever and spraying it.
Mm-hmm.
They're throwing harder than ever and throwing strikes, which is obviously a major part here. One thing I will say about Munoz for some context, one of the most impressive home runs I've ever seen in person came quite a while ago. It was probably 2023-ish. And it was, I believe it was even the first series of the year in Minneapolis. It might have been the year that Julio debuted against the Twins. And Munoz came in out of the bullpen, and he was facing Byron Buxton. And he threw one like 100-ish, 101 at the very top of the zone, like the very top rail of the strike zone. And Buxton turned on it and hit it to the upper deck in left field.
Wasn't it also like cold rain, like 38 degrees?
Yes.
Like I remember the game, yes.
It was Minneapolis on like March 29th. So, yeah, it was all the nastiness you can imagine in terms of weather. And Munoz said after the fact, we talked to him we waited a while until we talked to him about that. We might even wait till the next year. But he said that what he learned after giving up that home run is that he needed to find a way to get as angry as he was after he gave up that home run beforehand. Like, he needed to feel that fire and that anger when he took the mound, not after he gave it up. And so if you ever notice, occasionally we get a shot of this. Gabe Spire does this. Munoz might have been, I think, the first to do it. When both of those guys leave the bullpen, the Mariners bullpen coach, now Austin Nola, it was previously Tony Arnrich, they will hit each one of those guys, like truly as hard as Nola can. Right on like the peck. And he tries to do it on the opposite side. So for Mooney, it would be on his left peck, and for Spire, it'd be on his right. He just takes his hand like a bear and swats them on the chest as hard as he can. And both guys request it. They both want it. And it's their way of it's like that first hit in football, right? That kind of like gets the nerves away and gets you fired up a little bit. And they've been doing that for a while. I don't know if Nola's hitting him harder now, or whatever it might be, but Munoz has clearly found a way mentally, maybe part of it is physically, but I think a lot of it is mentally probably, to get in that state where he has that fire burning to a level where it brings out of him triple digits basically every pitch.
Mostly,
I mean, it's been
just happy.
Been ridiculous.
Matt Brash doesn't ask for that. I might break him. I'm different size human. Like I don't want to see anybody smashing Matt Brash before an outing.
I'd have Aaron do that to me in the booth before kickoff.
Oh, yeah.
And that's kind of where the idea came.
Yeah.
And by the way, the way you buttressed connective tissue with a servant heart, I mean, you just spoke my language this morning, Goldie. Big time.
I miss you so much, Brock. Oh, it's been so long.
Do you feel like you know me? Do you feel like you know Cole Young? Do you know who Cole Young is?
I mean, I think Cole's a pretty simple guy. And I think that helps him. I think simple, as a hitter, simple is good. No, that's not true for everybody, right? There's a lot of different ways to get it done in this league. But I think Cole's a pretty simple person in a good way. And I think he keeps it pretty simple in the box. And I think that's what has allowed him to to break into the game as a 21-year-old, to bat leadoff as a 22-year-old in spurts for the Mariners, to kind of go through the wave that he has this year, right? I mean, he had a red-hot April at times, and then May was tough, right? It was a hit under 200, but he climbed out of that and is now back to being a good hitter for the Mariners, all the while playing Gold Glove caliber defense. I mean, time will tell if he wins it, but I think if you made the candidate list right now, obviously he's one of the top candidates to win that piece of hardware in the American League, and he's doing it at the age of 22. He was in high school like 4 years ago. I mean, it's unbelievable. And then to have obviously the moment he had last night, I think simple is good, and I think a lot of hitters. And I only know this because I've talked to people about this. This is not me guessing. I think a lot of hitters are simple people who try to make it complicated. And when you're a simple person and you try to make something very tougher, I think that can lead to bad results. Now, that's not true for everybody. Some people can process the information and can have a lot going on, but I know I've shared this on the broadcast before, but one of the best things that any hitter has ever told me, it was not a Mariner, it was a veteran who's now retired, Brian Dozier, who was a longtime big leaguer for the Twins. He said to me, in this game, you have to either be really stupid or really smart. And if you're in between, you're cooked. And I said, what on earth are you talking about, man? And he said, well, you either have to go up there and say, I'm looking for a fastball right here. And that's what I'm swinging at. And that's it. You're simple. You're stupid. Or you are, I know what he's going to throw me, the percentages on a first pitch. I know what he's going to throw when I'm up. I know what he's going to throw when he's up. And I know what his put away pitch is. And I know that the wind's blowing out to right field. So anything up in the air might go. He's like, you're one or the other. You can't be in between. And of course, I asked Dozier, which one are you? And he said, I like to think I'm pretty smart.
Well, he came up with a brilliant analogy.
Yeah. But
I think there's a lot of parallels with quarterbacking, honestly.
And golfers, too.
Yes.
Both. I mean, I think that makes sense. It's a pretty good, probably pretty true in sports in general. I'm sure you could find a comp in basketball and hockey, everything. Like, I think that's just kind of sports. I love it.
Absolutely. And I think you have to know, we hear coaches and managers in baseball and even players talk all the time about this guy knows who he is, right? Which kind of seems like a redundant, almost meaningless phrase. But when you think about it through the lens of what Brian Dozier told me, it's like, do you know how you process? Do you know how you work under pressure? How quickly can you go through information in your own mind? What is it that you're looking for? When you look at it through that lens, like knowing yourself is a really big deal. And I think Cole Young has a pretty good feel for who he is, and he can execute that at a pretty high level on a fairly regular basis, which is why he's an impact player in the big leagues at 22 years old. That's a really, really hard thing to do.
We're pretty lucky here. We got a lot of really good play-by-play people here in Seattle. We're lucky enough to be talking to Aaron Goldsmith right now. Yesterday, we were talking to John Forsland, who calls Kraken games, and I think John is tremendous at what he does. I love listening to him. He's also a really bright guy, as most play-by-play guys tend to be. I don't say that to flatter you. I don't know whether you're even in that group, but I just, play-by-play requires a lot of... you got to have a lot of interest in a lot of different things. And Forsland was telling us a story yesterday that he got into a fight with a mascot, which surprised us. He claims to have sucker punched a mascot back in the day that wouldn't move out of his field of vision after being asked multiple times. So it led me to two questions for you. One, have you ever been in an altercation with a mascot or anything like that?
Forsland is great, by the way. I completely second that. I like to keep it pretty simple on my side of things, so I don't know if I fit into that bucket.
Did you sucker punch a Montgomery biscuit or not?
Yeah. Have you ever sucker punched a mascot or been in any sort of altercation along the minor leagues or anything like that? Pawtucket, maybe? I don't know.
Two brief mascot things. I was once Slugger the Sea-Dog, so let's just put that out there. It paid more than being the play-by-play broadcaster, or I was the intern. I wasn't actually the guy. Talk about being simple. Portland Sea Dogs. Yeah, Slugger the Sea Dogs.
My old friend Mike Antonellis there?
Oh, Mike's my guy.
Yeah, great dude. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Slugger paid more than being the broadcast intern. It did smell greatly like secondhand smoke, but I will tell you what, it was a good payday.
Were you good?
Also,
were you good at that?
No, I'm simple, man. It was just a normal wave. There was no mascot training.
No flair.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
No flair. But I've had a mascot sit in my lap and give me a hug, and that was DJ Kitty for the Tampa Bay Rays.
Oh, that must.
And I think DJ Kitty, I think, is one of the great mascots America's ever had.
Well, at least my other question, because Forsland, I think, had been embarrassed about what had happened when he was younger, but then he got older and he was like, I don't care anymore. And as you were talking about your memorable home runs, it dawns on me that when I think of you and memorable home runs, I think of that Nelson Cruz home run in Tampa, and we've got a floater call, and I didn't know if I could bring it up or not, but I was curious if you think back fondly of that call or if you were embarrassed about that call all these years later.
Neither.
Because I think fondly of it. I think it's hilarious, but I wasn't like I ask you not as an insult. I ask you as sort of just it's so memorable. It was just so hilarious, and I just was curious how you think about it, if you ever think about it, all these years later.
So memorable. I've almost forgotten about it until right now. No, it was quite a while ago. There's probably a lot of people listening who aren't aware of it, which is perfectly fine, actually. So, when you're calling a game on TV as opposed to radio, one thing that you kind of train yourself to do, it's like a tennis match. Your head is constantly ping-ponging without you even knowing it between the field and the monitor. Brock knows this. Yep. And you don't even think of it, but you're just constantly going back and forth. Like, I'd love to know how many times my head twitches in a game. I mean, it's thousands of times. And so you always want to know what people on TV are seeing. And if there's something that you need to comment on because it's obvious and needs to be commented on. So because of that, you're just always going back and forth. And so he hits this home run, and they have the Ray tank out there in right center field at the Trop. And so it's gone. It's a homer, and I happen to look at the monitor, and I see this ball just kind of bobbing in the Ray tank. And a bobber or bobbing would have been a much better description of it. And instead, I said, we've got a floater in Tampa Bay. And
it's hilarious.
Which was one approach that you could take. Also, this was fairly early.
Oh, yeah.
I've been broadcasting for the M's, I don't know, for less than 5 years, and certainly had not done a ton of games on TV at the time. And I looked to my left after I said it, and I was kind of like, after I said it in my mind, I thought, whoops. And I looked to my left to see, as like my kind of litmus test, to look at Blauer's face to kind of see, hey, where is he on this scale facially?
Oh, boy. And
the look he gave me was just kind of chin tucked to his chest and his eyes wide open and his eyebrows going up to his forehead. And I thought, well, that's not good.
That's good.
That's all I need to know.
I'm sure Mike stepped in and took all those bullets. I mean, Mike will talk a lot in those situations like
you're
that.
Right, Aaron. It really is. It is floating out there. The buoyancy of a Major League Baseball has been tested many times over the years. And, they're all made by hand, which makes them somewhat unpredictable when it comes to their overall buoyancy rate. And it was a day game in Tampa. So the only thing that saved me was that back in Seattle, it was, by the time this happened, it was late in the game, like the 8th or 9th inning. It was, I don't know, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and just not a lot of people probably watching the game. Mm-hmm. And I remember it was getaway day, and I got on the plane, and I have never searched my name on Twitter harder in my life. I was looking at awful announcing.
Oh, no.
I was looking everywhere, and nobody picked it up. It just kind of dissipated until some hack talk show host in Seattle brings it up 10 years later.
10 years later.
But yeah, that was a fun one.
Thank you for letting me ask you about it.
Of course.
I never was sure. I've wondered about this for a while, but I was never sure whether or not I could bring it up. And generally, we have like a million important things to talk about, but I don't know. It's like the beginning of it's almost July 4th. There's nothing happening.
No, this seems very high on the list, especially with the first place team and a team going on a road trip and trying to win a division. It seems like this is probably top priority.
Well, I'll tell you, it wasn't in our system. I looked in the system before to see if we could play. Maura actually
he got that all scratched.
Maura found it.
It's in the Mariners folder.
Maura did. Do you want to hear it? Have you heard
I'd love to.
No, I do not want to hear it.
I think we might have to play it anyway.
Come on, Goldie.
I am not going to play it.
Fun.
The only person who would play it is Maura. I would not do that.
Why do you guys keep putting me in the middle of this interview?
I'm not going to play it.
Maura,
That's ridiculous.
Maura, for the connective tissue of the show,
my hands up here.
I think you could play it.
So everyone knows I'm not playing. I'm keeping my hands up here. I would not do this.
I'll play it if Brock doesn't say connective tissue for today and tomorrow.
Okay, I
Can you ask him to stop saying marquee data also?
No.
The 1-0. Cruz to center. This sends Geyer racing back. It's over his head and it's into the pool. The Stingrays will have to take cover. We've got a floater here in Tampa Bay.
It's so good. It's so good. It's the greatest call, man. The Stingrays will have to take cover. That's awesome, dude. You're painting such a picture.
Yeah, that's a good place just to throttle it down. Just land the plane, get out while you're ahead. But no, I had to. Oh no, in my mind I was like, oh, Stingrays take cover. If they thought that was good, wait till they hear what I got next. Oh man, I'm gonna
love
knock
you,
the
Goldie.
socks off him right here. Oh no.
Love you,
good.
Goldie.
Aaron, thank you. This is a lot of fun. Thanks for taking us inside the trade craft of play-by-play announcing. I'm fascinated by it because I've never done it, and Brock and I have been lucky enough to have so many great play-by-play guys on the show over the years, and I just am always interested in the craft, and you're at the top of it right now, man. You're just absolutely killing it. Thanks for having some fun with an old moment, and I don't know. Thank you. We appreciate it. There you go. That is Aaron Goldsmith and some great stories, man. That's some fun stuff. Coming up, as happy and chipper as things were after game 1 in Pittsburgh, kind of turned the other direction with a brutal, just ugly, just mauling loss last night. Is it a big deal? No. Am I going to overreact? Absolutely not. But are there some fair questions to be asked afterwards? Yeah, I got 3 of them. Next on Brock and Salk.
Have you downloaded the Seattle Sports app?
We're going to have a challenge right here.
What are you waiting for?
Listen to this.
Every pitch.
Here comes the 3-2.
Every game.
Swung on and missed. Got him.
One app for free.
How about that, folks?
The Seattle Sports app. Every game.
Julio racing back.
Right in the palm of your hands.
Makes a leap and makes the catch.
Plus the latest Mariners news, insider access, video, and podcasts.
They got it. Wow.
The Seattle Sports app.
Guys, I'll never forget the first time I saw somebody get results at our clinic. He was an 81-year-old man who hadn't been intimate with his wife in over 8 years. Viagra had stopped working for him, and he was desperate for help. After several treatments, he walked into my office and told me he couldn't believe the results. Needless to say, this was a very happy man. This man made me a believer in what we do. He had taken pills for years, but he had never fixed the problem. When he came to us, we fixed the problem. Our treatment does what no pill can do. So give West Coast Men's Health a call today. Speak with our clinic manager. Ask him any question you like, how it works, the science behind it, and even the cost. Change your life today, like the thousands of men who already have.
In addition to treating ED and Peyronie's disease, we now offer testosterone replacement therapy. With clinics in Redmond and Tacoma, call 206-519-6541. 206-519-6541. Online at westcoastmenshealth.com.
Hey Seattle, Jake Bobo from Techline Roofing. Are you in the market for a new roof? With the strongest workmanship warranty in the business, Techline Roofing has you covered. Take advantage of our easy financing and our summer special. Trust Techline.
Progressive provides protection for your boat and other outdoor vehicles so you can explore new things.
Oh, I can finally try pesto.
We meant like water skiing.
I've just never had pesto.
Or maybe take the boat somewhere new.
I mean, is pesto spicy or sweet? Oh, guess we'll find out, right?
Right. Bundle home or auto insurance with your boat, RV, or motorcycle and stay protected with Progressive while you explore.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not ready for pesto.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sink's overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was gonna unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get it.
Honey, did you invite the minions over?
Well, you know how we talked about getting Wi-Fi from Xfinity?
Yeah.
I ordered it this morning, was online in minutes, then they showed up.
So they just came over to use the Wi-Fi?
They even brought their own devices and spell book.
You didn't give them the new Wi-Fi password, right?
No.
That's good.
I gave them our old one. Because Xfinity lets us keep the same network name and password so devices connect instantly.
What do they want Wi-Fi for anyways?
Better not to know. Plausible deniability.
Get streaming or scheming instantly with same-day Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Plus, lock in one price for the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi for 5 years. Guaranteed. And see Minions and Monsters only in theaters. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Use of fiber coaxial cable. Learn more at xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
Step inside and let the excitement take you places.
This is Muckleshoot Casino Resort, the ultimate spot for action that reaches incredible heights, luxury that knows no bounds, and live entertainment that always thrills. It's all at one incredible destination. So when you look for the best, look nowhere else. Muckleshoot Casino Resort, the biggest and best in the Northwest. Muckleshoot.
The best safety feature on any machine is a well-trained operator. With online, hands-on, in-class, and blended options, Levitt Training helps your team stay safe, certified, and confident on the job. Book your training today. Stack it, reach it, lift it, Levitt.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with a Capital One Saver card. So let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Skechers elite athlete OG Anunoby has been making history on the basketball court.
Anunoby tips it in. Unbelievable. What a shot.
He's been balling out in Skechers high-performance basketball sneakers, and the world is noticed. But how does OG train off the court to keep in peak physical condition? Hands-free Skechers Slip-ins Aeroburst. They help prepare OG for the physical demands of playing at a championship level. Get your pair of Aeroburst for only $165 at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever high-performance running shoes are sold.
Let's go! This is Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app.
KIRO AM Seattle. KIRO FM HD2 Tacoma. Home of the Seahawks, Mariners, and everything Seattle sports.
Give me a freaking auto!
From the Quantum Fiber Studio, this is Brock and Salk on Seattle Sports.
Brock Ewert is my hero.
Jay Buhner just punched me in the kidney.
We're going to accuse you of manager.
Doesn't really work that way, Sherm. This is a show that has my name on it.
It kind of does, though.
Now here are your hosts, Brock Ewert and Mike Salk.
Hello! Morning, Brock. Ugly loss. Very ugly. Very ugly.
One of the ugliest of the year, really. Not many of those clunkers.
That's just a real clunker.
Or just not competitive.
Yeah, didn't hit, didn't pitch, didn't do anything.
Scoring differential killer yesterday. Just a scoring differential.
Thankfully, it's just one loss. We'll put that one in the 54 losses category of the every team wins 54, every team loses 54, and it's what you do with the other ones in the middle. We'll put that one in the 54 losses category. Yeah. So not going to overreact to it, not going to spend a lot of time, hand-wringing over it, but I do think there are 3 questions that came out of it for me that are worth asking, and they're not just about this game, but this game kind of points them out.
Okay.
Question 1. What's the deal with Brian Wu on the road? What is the deal? He is so good at home. He's not the same pitcher on the road. It hurts the team. It hurts his value. I mean, I don't know the answer. I'm guessing no one knows the answer. I would guess it has something to do with being willing to throw fastballs in the strike zone and what happens to those balls here in Seattle where, they might get hit in the air, but they don't go out of the park. But he didn't get hit out of the park yesterday. They just hit screaming memes all over the place, gap to gap.
Did you see, I think I sent you guys the numbers last night, now updated home and away splits. And if I remember right, wasn't he a guy last year amidst all the guys on the team that always, their home splits are always going to be better. T-Mobile is a very friendly spot. But his home road splits this season, you're talking about he's 5-0 at home. 5-0 at home in those 45 innings. A OBA, batting average of 154, a 2.0 ERA. He's 1-6 on the road with a 6.38 in that exit, batting average hits almost 300. Like it is like nonsensical.
So
obviously.
I don't know.
And his answers after the game were totally
he knew nothing.
Along those same lines.
He's just like, I'm out. I don't know. Like he's frustrated,
I do the same
understandably.
Routine.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of really good innings. His first few innings, Salk, he is just dialed. He's painting 97. His slider's sharp. Like he has, a number of amazing innings.
When you were watching, did it look different?
No.
It didn't look any different to me other than that they started hitting him.
Yes.
I wonder, I don't know. Maybe. that's always where my mind goes. Like, is there a tipping issue where they kind of figure it out?
10%, 15%, 20%. Like, what are you tipping? 25%.
Not that kind of tipping.
Oh, not that kind of tipping.
Is he tipping his pitches? Are they picking something up after a while? Like, you're right. It is weird how he cruises and all of a sudden there's a problem.
Yeah, it's not a good feeling putting your team in a hole game after game. So, yeah, I mean, I wish I could say I'm just going to, wipe it off and get to the next one, but I'm not. And,
yeah, pretty frustrated.
Yeah.
So that's question one. Question two, why are they so sloppy? Because that's not just a last night issue. It happened again. You had an iffy defensive play by Randy in left field. You had one, maybe two, maybe three balls that Raleigh, they're not errors, but balls he couldn't cut off in the gap. Right? Where, okay, it's not an error, but don't let that ball get by you. Hold them to a single, take a better line. You did get an error from JP. And look, you can offer explanations for all of those. Randy's his own weird, case, and JP's making the move to a new position. And, Luke
and Rayleigh's just not a natural right fielder. As good a base runner he is and how hard he plays the game and the high effort, he's just not a natural.
Not his best thing.
No.
But those are all totally reasonable explanations for last night, but the sloppy play has been true kind of throughout the year. More defensive miscues than you'd like to see, more base running problems than we've been accustomed to over the last few years. There is a sloppy element to this team. It's not their defining characteristic or anything, but it's more than you would want to see. And I don't really understand why.
It is the old Mike Salkism. And we're not there yet. I mean, we're only 81 games, exactly the halfway point right now. So we're not there yet to where Salk starts to say, when are they going to lock in? When is this team going to lock in? Are they going to be capable of locking in there into mid-August and into September and really solidify their spot in these playoffs and not just win a terrible West, but actually be, the number 2 seed and in the advantages that come with that and playing at home where those home road splits and those pitchers feel way more comfortable. It matters because they're not locked in.
Well,
they're not going to be locked in at game 81, but
that's sort of my last question, Brock, is when is this team just going to wake up? Yeah. Forget about getting locked in. When are they going to wake up? They've just been sleepy. I think that's kind of it more than anything. Yeah, there's been a little sloppiness. There's been a little this, a little that. They strike me as just a little sleepy. And, at this point, there are only 2 guys hurt. Like, we've had a lot of conversation about the injuries and they've been a problem. Don't get me wrong. They're a totally reasonable explanation for where they're at. But it's just Donovan and Brash now, right? I mean, and being without one infielder and one reliever feels pretty standard in today's game of baseball. So I get that they've had a long way to get here.
Yep.
But the team you're watching now is pretty darn close to the team you envision. That lineup is now basically what it's supposed to be, but Cal's not hitting. Naylor's not really hitting, although he obviously had a nice game two nights ago.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, we've seen little blips and bits and pieces, but when are they going to wake up? That to me is the question. And what is going to wake them up?
Yeah.
Can they continue like this for a while? Yes, they can. The reality is the division in the league are awful.
2 in a row. They're still 2.5 up. Those teams are all 4 under 500.
They have a 2.5 game lead in their division.
And they're 41 of 40.
It's hilarious.
Yep.
The division is awful. Awful. And if the Mariners teams that we saw a few times, like under Scott, like the ones that took it down to the wire but didn't make it, if they played in this AL West instead of the one they played in with the Rangers and the Astros and the Angels,
7 games. Yeah.
They might be up 10. I mean, they'd be destroying this division. But the reality is you have time. You have as much time as you need to kind of figure it out. But at some point, don't you have to wake up?
Yeah, I mean, at some point, all of this talent that we talk about, that Jeff Passan talks about, that they're the second best team on paper in the American League, that all of that stuff that's on paper, at some point, it's got to be on the dirt. And it's got to hit pay dirt. And they've got to do it collectively. Right? There's been times the pitching's been going, the hitting's not going. There's been times the hitting's been going, and the pitching just kind of falls apart a little bit. There's been times that individuals have carried them, like Randy for some stretches and Julio for some stretches. But just the collection of all of this stuff on paper, that's what you're waiting for. And when that goes, and we had one hot stretch, they won 8 of 9, and you kind of got to see the ceiling of this team when it is put together. They did win 8 of 9 games to give themselves. I mean, take that away, right, Salk? And I know you don't do that in baseball because that's what baseball is. It's these swings and peaks and valleys and ups and downs.
Yeah.
But, yeah, outside of that stretch of taking 8 of 9, then look at your record. You'd be right there 4 or 5 games under with Oakland.
I know, yeah. Other than
that
week, you've basically played the same as those teams. It's really amazing. Now, a lot of the text messages go straight to the manager. Is it time to wake them up, shake things up by removing Dan Wilson? Dancing around, questioning the manager's influence. There's no discipline from Dan, so the team doesn't have it. It's all on Dan and Jerry.
I think eventually
challenge them.
No, I think eventually Dan is going to be in the crosshairs of this. If your team is underperforming, if you believe in the front office and ownership believes we've given you, all the money in the world, the budget in the world, you sign back Naylor, bring in Donovan, you've got these moves made, you got one of the better rotations in baseball. No, ultimately, and if they continue to play this way, that heat's going to get a little hotter.
Yeah.
That's it, as it should. That's the leader of the ship, right?
Yeah, especially because you look at the team and say they're pretty talented, right? I mean, this is a talented team.
But when a talented team is not producing and is not being consistent in that execution, you got to at least ask the
question why.
You do.
Yeah, I think it's a fair question to ask, and obviously a lot of people are texting in with that question. And I'm not asking it after last night's game. Like, okay, you had a bad game. That one
but are you
bad
going to win
game,
this series? Are you going to win this series? Or are you going to lose another series and lose another series and lose another series?
And it's set up for them today. I mean, the pitching matchup. Bryce Miller's been your best pitcher this year. Bubba Chandler's been bad. Say what you want. Yesterday, Ashcraft's really good.
Cheapers,
right? I mean, he's a really good pitcher. He's got really good stuff. He's having a really good year. Losing that game is not necessarily the worst thing in the world. So it's not.
Go win the series. Go win the series today. It's set up for you to win this series.
And then you just you move on. And these questions, which are fair questions, I'm not killing the questions, they tend to go away when you win series.
Yep.
And then you go to Cleveland and they don't have Ramirez right now. And maybe you win that series. And are you getting a little fortunate? Sure. You didn't have to see Connor Griffin or O'Neal Cruz or Paul Skeens or Ramirez. All right, those things help. But I do think that
you gotta go take advantage.
You gotta go do it, right? And at some point, you gotta wake up. The team does feel very, very sleepy. Okay, quick break, Brock. We'll give you guys everything you need to know.
Shannon won't be sleepy.
No, Shannon will be wide awake because she's 3 hours ahead. We'll talk to her in 20 minutes. Still no lineup. We should have a lineup, I would think, any minute before an early game. The game starts in 2 hours. Don't go anywhere. It's Brock and Salk, Seattle Sports on 710.
Coming right up, we got your bacon, eggs, and baseball. And coffee, of course.
Come get the heater.
Let's win this series.
Bryce Miller gets the nod as the Mariners go for a series win in Pittsburgh. Pre-game coming up at 8:30. First pitch at 9:35.
Canzone goes to a dive. He makes the grab. Picks himself up. Fires the ball to second. It's a double play.
Hear every pitch of every game on the free Seattle Sports app.
Hey, Brock Ewart here for my friends over there at People Come First. You may know them through these years of me talking about PCF Construction Group. You, the people, the customer, you always come first with them. And if you've been dreaming of that new deck, then you better call and get a hold of PCF before the good weather fully arrives after the 5th of July. We all know that in the Northwest, and their schedule is all filled up. With that new deck, patio cover, heater, or fireplace from PCF, it doesn't matter. You got a rainy weekend like this one, you can enjoy the outdoors year-round. And for a limited time, you can get up to 50% off your demolition costs. That's up to $5,000 when you book your project with PCF today. They designed and built our outdoor living space out there in Redmond. Molly had a fine eye. She knows exactly what she's looking for, and PCF delivered. So start planning and designing your dream deck now so you're ready to build this summer. Planning, permitting, construction, they can take a little bit of time. So go get that process started today. Don't wait another minute. Get your project ideas, browse our amazing photos, and find all the offer details at PCFgroup.com. That's PCFgroup.com.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Start having fun. Caesar Sportsbook at Muckleshoot Casino Resort is your #1 place to eat, drink, watch, and have fun. Keep up with your favorite sports anywhere and everywhere on property with the mobile app. Visit MuckleshootCasino.com today. Scan the QR code and let the play begin.
Muckleshoot. Hey everyone, Rick Witters with Cressy Door. At Cressy Door, we offer top-of-the-line garage doors, garage door service, and garage door repairs. Residential or commercial, please consider Cressy Door for all of your garage door needs. Cressy Door.
This summer, go electric and save big at Toyota of Kirkland. The all-new Toyota CHR delivers 338 horsepower, standard all-wheel drive, and up to 287 miles of range. Check out the Toyota BZ, the EV SUV built for the Northwest. Their expert team is ready to walk you through every feature. Take a test drive today and take that car home the same day. Visit their incredible showroom today at Toyota of Kirkland. Summer savings are happening now. ToyotaofKirkland.com.
Rev up your summer at LeMay, America's Car Museum. Explore the new British Bike Exhibition, professional level race simulators, and mark your calendar for Tacoma Cars and Coffee or family drive-in movie nights. Plan your visit now at americascarmuseum.org.
Do you have stiff laundry or scale buildup on your sinks and showers? Those are classic signs of hard water. At Culligan, they deliver softer, cleaner water throughout your entire home. A Culligan water softener removes the hardness from your water and extends the life of your appliances. Plus, it can improve the quality of your skin and hair. Ask about 12-month, no payment, no interest financing too. Go to Culligan.com. That's Culligan.com. Contaminants or impurities may not be in your water.
Mariners and Pirates this morning in Pittsburgh. First pitch at 9:35. Pregame coming up at 8:30. Listen live for free on the Seattle Sports app.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
And the match is about to begin.
Most of the team is out with COVID-19, so there'll be some substitutes tonight.
What's this? We have an unexpected guest on the field.
It's a dog, but they could do with extra players.
She's going for the ball.
Are front paws hands or feet?
Soccer season is full of surprises, and COVID-19 could be one of them. If you test positive, prescription medications may help. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Learn more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
For over 50 years, Bucky's Complete Auto Repair has been the one locals trust for honest pricing, expert service, and guaranteed repairs. This dedication has earned them a Carfax Preferred designation. At Bucky's, every customer gets detailed Carfax updates, timely service reminders, and a full service history, all at your fingertips. With 16 family-owned locations, no appointment needed, and easy financing, Bucky's makes auto care simple. Visit Bucky's.com today and drive with confidence. Bucky's.com.
Every summer, homeowners wait too long to find a house painter. There are only a few months left of good weather. Don't be the one left out in the rain. All Covered Painting is accepting a limited number of exterior projects this summer. If you want a licensed contractor that does the work right and backs it up with an industry-leading warranty, don't wait. Now offering a complimentary color consultation with a designer for specific projects. Get your free estimate at allcoveredpainting.com.
Need to know.
15 minutes past every hour with Brock and Salk.
Presented by Marquee Data. Here's what you need to know. Up first.
Yeah, Mariners stinker yesterday. Brian Wu gave up all his runs in what turned out to be a really bad fourth inning. It just totally got away from him. Yeah, here's one of them.
The 2-1. Swung on, laser to center field. Julio racing back, showing his numbers. Warning track wall. It's blasted off the wall. Magnum scores as Horwitz, he's around first base. Julio threw a rocket to second, so holds him to a long single, but it scores another run. It's 5-1.
What do you make of this Pirates team?
Top of that lineup. That top of that lineup is real.
They got some dudes.
I mean, you've heard Goldie talked about that the last couple days. That first 3 guys, and that's without O'Neal Cruz, and that's without their stud shortstop.
Yep.
Yeah, that pitcher.
They got a couple guys. I don't know if
couple
that's
of these
like
teams that have been so bad for so long.
Right.
The White Sox, the Pirates. It's amazing. You actually, if you hit on your draft picks and you're picking at the top of the rounds,
eventually
going to be some very talented young players.
And it's fun. I'm glad that Pittsburgh is a good team. The world's a little better with that ballpark being in play and Paul Scal. Like, I'm glad some
good
of those.
Fans.
Yeah, who I'm happy for is Brian Reynolds. After all these years, to finally have a decent team around him.
Yep.
I feel like he deserves it. But yeah, go for the series win in a rubber match. Early game, just about 2 hours from now. Bryce Miller, Bubba Chandler. Chandler's not been great this year. The kid last night, Ashcraft's been great. Chandler has not been great. So you got an opportunity to go back out there. And Dan wasn't too upset with the offense last night.
Yeah, I mean, that's, I feel like even last night we hit some balls hard that we weren't able to, get hits on or get base runners from. And, tonight, same thing, some more hard hit balls. And Ashcraft, he makes you earn it. And I feel like some guys found barrels, but nothing to show for it. Like I said, we got to put this one behind us and move on and get ready for tomorrow.
Traffic early, especially when you're facing elite pitchers. That's typically what you get. If you don't get them early and they get in a rhythm, they're going to shut you down. And they had an opportunity early to get some things done. 1 of 11 with runners in scoring position yesterday. Just a clunker. Just one of those, as you said. You sign
still
up.
Struck out 13 times.
Yeah, you did.
Like I there are days where that line of reasoning I think is very, very fair.
Yeah. Yesterday was not one.
I didn't think so yesterday. So go right back out there today and take the series and then go on to Cleveland after that.
Here's the second thing you need to know.
Good win for Bosnia yesterday, Brock, here in Seattle. So it sounds like, regardless of what happens, the U.S. probably going to take on Bosnia in L.A. or in Santa Clara, rather, on July 1st.
Right.
So that'll be their round of 32.
Don't they have a hyphen? Don't they have a bigger name than just Bosnia?
Bosnia-Herzegovina. Yeah, I was just trying to keep it simple.
Just put some respect on Bosnia.
It's a short show.
Nah,
right?
just put
just trying to keep it simple. U.S. men's team, Brock, plays their final pool play game tonight at 7 against Turkey in L.A.
Turkey A.
And
it's Turkey A.
Okay. Well,
they want you to say Turkey A.
Okay.
The nation of Turkey has asked you to now call them Turkey A.
They are?
Yes.
I didn't know.
They don't want to be associated with the bird
I noticed
anymore.
it when you played that Jeff Cameron cut earlier.
Yes.
That's how you said it.
Turkey A?
Yes, Salk.
All right. I didn't know that.
Put some respect on these countries.
I'm not respecting them. I just didn't know that.
Turkey A.
Turkey A. Really?
Turkey. Yes. Huh. I'm serious. They want it to be called Turkey.
I believe you. I just didn't know that. I'm happy to call them whatever they want to be called.
Has your head been in the sand?
Maybe. Here's the U.S. manager, Mauricio Pochettino, on what it's like to play a game that is meaningless here in the World Cup.
I think in the best way, of course, thinking in the circumstance, because we are to make some maybe decision that maybe if you need to play for the, to be first or to qualify, maybe could be different. I think we are on that. I think we achieved what we wanted is to be, first of all, qualify for the next stage and then be first, no? But now I think it's important to think in all the circumstances and to make the best decision for the team and the best decision to try to compete in our best way because what we are thinking is to win tomorrow. Of course, qualify, but we want to win.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like the way you framed that. You earned it. You earned this right, and all the guys that have yellows aren't going to play because we're not going to risk not having those guys when it matters in the next round.
And that's because what? If you get a second yellow, you get a red, and then you can't play in the next game?
2 yellows equals a red equals a suspension. Yes.
A suspension?
Yes.
For getting 2 fouls? That feels pretty extreme.
Cartier, Turkey.
Seems ridiculous to me, but all right. If the U.S. were to beat Bosnia in that game, Brock, then they play here in Seattle. Round of 16 on July 6th.
Here's the third thing you need to know.
Did you follow this thing about the left-handers from Buster Olney?
Did you
I thought
see
we were
that
talking
thing?
Caitlin Clark in the WNBA.
We could talk about that too. Yeah, go for that. The lefty thing I talked about earlier is kind of interesting. Lefty numbers are way up, and Buster attributes it to the ABS challenge system. It's worth reading his piece on.
Yeah. You sent that last night.
More sent that. I just thought it was really cool. But yeah, Caitlin Clark is just getting.
What is wrong with the WNBA?
They really are a bizarre league, man. What is wrong with the league? They leave her out of 30 a poster with their like top 30 players ever.
Yeah, they got Sophie Cunningham from her team on it.
That's wrong. That's just silly. That doesn't make a lot of sense. And then
she gets punched and stepped on, and not even
no foul. She literally punched in the throat.
Yeah,
they throat punched her,
and they just cheap shot her all day. And that team hates her. And they had a gal on that team last year like quit the team after 10 or 15 games because she just hated her. And like it's just
really bizarre. She really does not strike me as that hateable.
No, she's got some whiner to her. She got some Peyton Manning to her.
A little bit.
Yes, she does.
A little. What do you think of the new shoes, though? Do you like them?
After 3 years?
I mean, yeah, Nike also embarrassing on this whole thing, but do you like what they finally came out with?
Yeah, I think they're pretty good.
I think they're pretty cool. My kids like them.
They're pretty cool.
Yeah. All right, that's everything you need to know.
I don't think we've ever seen a league this inept with like the Rainmaker, with their difference maker. Like we've never seen this.
Yeah, we have an opportunity to really capitalize on a cool moment, and instead we're going to totally go the other way.
The NBA, it was Bird and Magic. Like they took from college and carried it over in the NBA, and they played to that. And then Jordan came in and they played to. You play to your stars. You play to your rainmakers. You play to you, and they just hate her. I mean, it's just that's the only thing I can say and come away with it in general and in large and in their decision making. They want to do everything to still suppress her. In her rookie year, okay,
right? You get it. You got to earn it a little bit.
Earn it your rookie year.
This is year 3.
That's right.
It's really bizarre.
Yeah,
it really is strange, and to the point where I think you've now kind of lost some of the interest.
Yes,
right.
Yeah.
All the buzz that was around her and around the league. Now, look, the Fever's numbers are still up. The Fever still have the best numbers of anyone in the league, and maybe she's got to get out of Indiana and go to a bigger market or something like that. But the NBA would have never let her go to Indiana. I'll tell you that much. No. She'd have been in a bigger market than that. That's for sure. All right, Shannon Drayer is at the ballpark. We'll chat with her next. It's Brock and Salk Sales Sports on 710CLSports.com.
Coming right up, we got your bacon, eggs, and baseball. And coffee, of course.
Come get the heater.
Let's win this series.
Bryce Miller gets the nod as the Mariners go for a series win in Pittsburgh. Pre-game coming up at 8:30. First pitch at 9:35.
Canzone goes to a dive. He makes the grab. Picks himself up. Fires the ball to second. It's a double play.
Hear every pitch of every game on the free Seattle Sports app.
Highlights don't win games. The full box score does. I'm Brock Hewitt, and most business leaders aren't short on data. They're short on clarity. Numbers are scattered across ERP, CRMs, and spreadsheets, making decisions reactive instead of confident. And that's not how great businesses are built. Marquee IQ brings all your data together into one clear view, even if it lives in disconnected systems or offline, so you can see what's really happening and act faster. Stop running your business on highlights. Get the full picture. Visit datathatwins.com to see what Marquee IQ can do.
Summer savings are in full swing at Toyota of Renton and Toyota of Kirkland. Lease a brand new Corolla from just $299 a month, a Corolla Cross from $289 a month, or a Camry for $329, all 36 months, all available now. Come visit their wonderful teams and take a test drive. Whether in the north or the south, they've got you covered. ToyotaofRenton.com and ToyotaofKirkland.com. Offers valid through June 30th, 2026 on approved credit through TFS. Excludes taxes, titles, license, dealer accessories, and $200 negotiable dealer documentation fee.
This is Chris Davis with the Davis Law Group. Did you know that a pedestrian does not have to be crossing the street on a marked crosswalk to have a successful legal claim against the driver? Pedestrians can even be partially at fault for a collision and still have a valuable claim. Call us today for a free consultation or get my free book on pedestrian accident law at WashingtonAccidentBooks.com. That's Davis Law Group, better service and even better results.
Grill math is simple. More people to feed means more food and supplies and more reasons to save big. Get more out of summer at Chef Store with warehouse savings for your restaurant, food truck, or barbecue. Open to the public, no membership required. Visit Chef Store today.
What is that sound? Ugh, that sounds like a plumbing sound. Luckily,
There's a company that fixes all the plumbing sounds across Puget Sound. That's All Sound Plumbing. Puget Sound's plumbing experts. Have a sound? Visit allsoundplumbing.com.
This is for all you guys on Viagra. ED pills are no longer needed. The brutal side effects like 4-hour headaches, blurred vision, and that flush feeling can all be put behind you with our treatment. Here at West Coast Men's Health, we have a better approach to ED. Acoustic wave therapy creates blood flow circulation by safely removing the plaque in your arteries and restoring function naturally. Guys, let me be clear. Pills will never fix your problem. Our equipment is the latest technology, and our medical staff is the best in the industry. So give West Coast Men's Health a call today. Speak with our clinic manager. Ask him any question you like, how it works, the science behind it, and even the cost. If you suffer from ED or Peyronie's disease, give West Coast Men's Health a call today.
In addition to treating ED and Peyronie's disease, we now offer testosterone replacement therapy. With clinics in Redmond and Tacoma, call 206-519-6541. 206-519-6541. Online at westcoastmenshealth.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
7 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Heading outdoors or on the water this weekend? Check in with Joey and Nelly on the Outdoor Line from 6 to 8 a.m. every Saturday on Seattle Sports and the Seattle Sports app.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
We live in one of the most beautiful places on earth, and owning your own deck is a great way to enjoy it. But finding the right decking solution can be overwhelming. That's why all 9 of our Puget Sound locations offer decking showrooms so you can get your hands and toes on the more than 60 decking options we carry. So if you have any questions about building, maintaining, or repairing your deck, contact me personally. Mike Dunn at DunnLumber.com.
TimberTech Vintage Collection Decking. On sale now at Dunn Lumber.
Your neighbors at 3 Tree Roofing love telling you no. No high-pressure sales pitches. No Band-Aid fixes that will fail come wintertime. No outrageous pricing from some corporate-owned roofing company with headquarters thousands of miles from here. 3 Tree Roofing is local, family-owned, and their team will build you a worry-free plan for your roof replacement, completely free. Visit 3treeroofing.com to schedule your free estimate and call today to say yes to an additional $500 discount. That's 3 Tree Roofing, your Puget Sound roofing experts.
This hour of the Brock and Salk Show is powered by Star Rentals, preferred supplier to the West's best contractors.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio, you're listening to Brock and Salk.
Weekdays 6 to 10.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
Well, some ups and downs so far in Pittsburgh, Brock. One thing that remains great is just the view. That stadium is just gorgeous. It really is.
Are you as locked in as I am, Salk, on every one of these booth reviews that Shanny and Gary and crew put together? No, you're not. And you also don't know Turkey.
He doesn't even know we do
know
them.
Turkey, You don't even know. He's in the sand. He's napping 5 hours a day. God bless him.
Of course I am, Brock. Of course. It's a big part of my life. It's something I never miss.
Give us a little preview of the booth review.
Hi, guys.
Yeah.
Very generic booth. We did figure out that we used to think this was the highest booth in baseball, and it by far is not. Washington, D.C. has got to be. Texas is way up there. I think this might be lower than the Mets, too. So we like it even more because of that. Unfortunately, they're doing what a lot of the parks are doing, is they're just blasting the music, which is too bad because everything else here, there's a good retro, a little bit of an old school feel. And I'm not saying you can't turn up the music when appropriate, but when the park is empty on a beautiful morning like this, you kind of like to just take it in without the audio assault.
Yeah. Feels unnecessary. All right, well, we got you on video, so if you're watching on YouTube, you can see intermittently what's going on in Pittsburgh. One thing that speaking of intermittent, that's a perfect way to describe the Mariners. Intermittently good, intermittently not very good. Shannon, same question as last time and the time before and the time before. Why so inconsistent? Why is this team so inconsistent?
We ask ourselves that quite often, and obviously the injuries have played a role in that, and I think that it's hard to get your footing when you have the number of injuries that they have, when you have some of the problems that they had getting into the season with, obviously Cal Raleigh had that rough start with the WBC, but there's another part of it, and in talking to some people around the club is this has been who they've been for a while, and it really doesn't matter who the personnel is. It has always been roller coaster-ish. We talk about, what's in the player's DNA, and perhaps that is a part of the player's DNA, is that they're more of a second-half team, that they are more of a, when the backs are up against the wall, they're going to do a little bit better. I do think that injuries, particularly in the last month or so, are a significant factor in it, and you go back 2 homestands ago, and I was so encouraged with what I saw and that they were able to reel off that 8-win winning streak while they still had significant injuries. And the way that they did it was a good, clean baseball. They were scoring runs. I'm always going to go back to that, and it's going to be, that tells me they can do this. And they don't have to be 100% to do this. With the division where it's at, that's going to help. But again, you thought perhaps they take off a little bit more in that situation, and they didn't. And instead, you're still on that roller coaster right now. You could be getting closer to being off of it now that they are as close to complete as they have been all season. You're just waiting for Brendan Donovan right now. They've got an abundance of pitching. Yeah, you're a little short in the bullpen, but the starting pitching, I think, is very capable of helping with that and cutting the distance between that starting pitching and the bullpen, that they should be in a place where they are able to take off a little bit more.
Goldie was with us yesterday, Shannon, and gave us some under-the-hood numbers that were just awesome. On Mooney's velocity, on Logan, we've seen some of those things. How about on the other side of it? Are there some things that are a little alarming to you that you're looking at? You mentioned the offense there and the run production. We all know versus the left-handers, it's been just a miserable ride all season. Is there anything under the hood there with some of the different guys that does have to turn around?
Yeah, I mean, and not as much under the hood. I think it's what you're seeing right now. Julio, for all the credit we gave him for getting off to the fast start, has actually kind of come back to where he's usually been this time of the year, and he needs to find that. He's coming off, for him, a rough 30 days. He hits the home runs, the 10 home runs in May, and just after that, there's been basically almost no extra base hits from him, and you need him to be extra base hit. You need him to be the guy in the lineup. Cal Raleigh, we're still waiting for him to check in completely, but encouraging last night, coming off a game where he had the home run. He had some great exit velocities last night, so I'm hopeful that he's seeing the ball better, that he's squaring it up better, and interested to see where that goes. And you couldn't say that for him the first time around before the IL. He was definitely having trouble, squaring up baseballs and barreling up baseballs. His exit velocity was down. I think we're seeing better things on that end. And you look at the pitching, and I'm encouraged by what we see from Munoz. I'm encouraged what we've seen from Bizzardo as he's come around a little bit more the last few times out, especially with the velocity. And he's going to be a concern because of how much he pitched last year. And because Matt Brash is out right now, he's that much more important. So, those are some things I would look at. Josh Naylor has not quite been Josh Naylor this year, and he has always been a little streaky. I think you just need a little bit more of the good streak from him right now. He's a little bit banged up, and that certainly plays into it. There's a lot of room. There are things that are happening. It's not just all good and wait for it all to come around. There are areas that they can look as individuals to improve in, and That's just a couple off the top of my head.
Shannon, I asked both Jeff Passan and Aaron Goldsmith the same question this week, and I'll ask it to you now as well. And I was a little surprised that their answer wasn't as simple as I thought it would be. Can this Mariner team be great if Cal Raleigh's not great?
I think so.
Wow.
I think you need Cal Raleigh to be good. But again, I turn back to that 8-game streak that they had 2 homestands ago, and Cal Raleigh, he hasn't hit all year, so he hasn't been great Cal Raleigh at the plate all year.
He wasn't even on the team then, correct? I mean, he wasn't even around.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't even think he was with them.
Yeah.
And so that tells me, and Brendan Donovan wasn't either. And that tells me, A, they have the depth. There's some players that are not here right now that if they have to go down and get, they can. But also, we saw just some crazy pop, some crazy home run. That's when Julio was going.
Mm-hmm.
Luke Raley was going then, too, and he's been cold for almost a month. And that's a factor. And, again, he's a player that's going to be hot and cold. You don't depend on him to be consistent throughout the year. I think we're getting to the point where you can depend on Dom Can's zone because he's done it for over a year now. We keep talking about, the last 30 days he's done this. Now, look back a full year on him. This is Dom Can's zone. This is what he's been doing. So I do think that if Cal is just good, and honestly, if Cal is just good behind the plate, I think you can get to where you want to be as far as getting into the postseason. If you want to go far in the postseason, you're going to need some heroes on the offensive side, and you would obviously look to him. But I can't put all of this on his shoulders, particularly with what we have seen at times when he was out, and knowing that I think you should be seeing more from Julio. I think you should be seeing more from Josh Naylor. Brendan Donovan has not been here. And along the way, I think, maybe you see, and it could go either way with a young player, but maybe Colt Emerson even shows a little bit more consistency, shows a little bit more takes another step forward. And I think we're seeing that right now. His strikeout rate really got up there. He's got it down about 10 points right now and a little way to go. But as he's making adjustments, you're seeing him, I think, take some steps forward, and I think that will help as well. So I don't think this is really supposed to be a team that's built on one super player, even though Cal was Superman last year. I think if you have enough of the pieces that are hitting on most cylinders, I think you can put runs together.
Shannon, you've been on this crazy baseball journey for how many years now, out on the road?
87.
Yeah. Have you had any mascot issues? Any time where a mascot's just really affected you, impacted you, your ability to do your job, just been an irritant, and you just had enough with a mascot through all these years?
I feel like I do, and I can't come up with who it was. They do tend to sometimes like to try and make a little bit of a show and make your life a little bit tougher.
We're going to see a little extra juice from Bryce Miller today, coming off of his big 66-pitch outing last week.
Wait, why was I asked about mascots?
I don't know, because Brock doesn't like to do normal interviews anymore.
That's not true.
He just does weird questions, and then we
Shannon,
move on.
because 2 days ago, the Kraken, watch your mouth, Salk. Jeepers creepers. What's our guy, John?
John Forsland?
Yes, Forsland told us a story of how he had to sucker punch a mascot. He warned him 3 times, or her, whoever the mascot was, 3 times in minor league hockey, and he finally absolutely obliterated the mascot.
Okay,
and,
you're going to appreciate this. Yes, you will really appreciate this, Brock.
Okay.
In Oregon, many, many years ago, after a terrible, terrible, awful, awful loss.
Yes.
As we were trying, I was in the band, I'm sure, as everybody knows now. As we were trying to get,
and you whacked the duck, didn't you?
It's a trumpet, Brock.
I'm sorry, a trumpet. Yes, you whacked them, didn't you?
No. So there might have been a football player too. As we were trying to get off the field, we ended up in just a huge group of Oregon football players and the mascot. And I was a little angry, and they were kind of shoving us around, and I saw the duck, and I might have kicked him in the shins.
Oh, whoa.
And
Shannon.
I knew he couldn't see me because I've been a mascot before. And, I think you could look left, you could look right, limited. You can't look down in those things without your head falling off.
So you took the opportunity to kick him?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yes, I did.
That's crazy.
And, he was protected. He's got a duck suit on.
That's right.
Does he wear shin guards, though? I mean, like...
No, well, there's fluff and stuff like that.
That's my
but
girl.
yeah, I did. And to be fair, it's because they were pushing around trombone
That's right.
players.
Yeah, you don't push the band around.
Oh, all right. Well,
No,
you didn't
you
say
don't.
that.
No.
Okay.
No, you
Yeah.
don't.
So yeah.
Well, if they're pushing
Yes,
people around,
I've had a
don't mess
mascot
with the
issue before.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Great story. You never know where these are going to go. Can I ask you about Bryce Miller, though? Is he going to throw like 105 today since he only threw 66 pitches last time out?
I think it's possible. It's going to be pretty warm here, and he likes that. And we saw the increased velocity from Logan a couple of days ago, and George started out with a little bit more. Andres Munoz, 102, a bunch of them. So, you might be getting into that point of the season, or it might be a little bit of the weather, although Bryce isn't in that point of the season as he's missed a bunch. He's capable of it. He doesn't need it. In fact, he said he backed off of it a little bit his last outing out. So it'll be interesting, but his numbers that he is putting up, and you talk about under the hood and everything else, it's fantastic with him. And, sky is the limit, I think, with him. Yep. And you talk to different people around the club, and, on any given day, any of these starters can be a number one, and Bryce's name easily could be in that group, stuff-wise, not experience-wise. I think we're seeing some of the experience from Logan, and I think how you're seeing how a rotation can feed off performances like what Logan did. But stuff-wise and what Bryce can do, all the excitement that we had for him coming into the season, I think is being warranted with what we're seeing right now.
Cool. Shannon.
Go get him today. Get him. Let's go win this series. That flight's going to be a whole lot better. You win this first series.
We're taking a bus.
I was going to say, you don't even need to fly from Pittsburgh to Cleveland.
We're driving to Cleveland.
Nowhere, yeah.
Yes, I'm told
what
there
year
will
was
be
that?
pizza.
I'm going to try to find that footage. What year was that, Shan?
I'm not telling.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I mean, I'm not going to be further incriminated.
It's one thing to say it on a show, and to actually find the video.
No, you may not go look for that.
All right. Thank you, Shannon. Have a good game. Have a good broadcast. Pre-game show starts here in about 45 minutes. Game time.
2 minutes.
Huh?
Yep.
In 2 minutes.
There we go.
I hope it's not quite 2. Yeah.
No, it's not.
All right,
It's
phew,
not.
thank God. We still have stuff to do here. All right, there goes Shannon. I love Shannon.
Why do you do that to me? Why do you do that to me?
I had actual
You asked
questions to
Goldie
ask.
yesterday. Oh, well, you asked Goldie yesterday. I tried to play the same card.
Shorter interview.
And you just tried to bury me.
It's a little bit of a shorter
That's
interview.
selfish.
It's a little bit of a shorter
That was
interview.
selfish.
Honestly, to keep myself from arguing with Shannon, because I didn't want to get into
About the
whole
Cal
fight.
Raleigh thing?
I'm sorry, Aaron, Shannon, Jeff, I disagree with all three of you. I think
Good,
this
well,
is
we
very
can-
simple. The Mariners cannot be a great team if Cal's not great.
I don't know.
I just don't see it. The Mariners have been a good team for a while. Last year, Cal got great. They got great. Pretty simple. Like, I don't even see how it's a conversation. Like, I don't even think this is up for debate.
Yeah, I
if
do.
Cal's not at least very good, they're not going to be great.
Yeah, if Julio has a great August, it carries the whole
Okay,
team.
if something totally, it doesn't mean for a
No,
little
he's done it
while.
before.
Sure,
He's
for a
done it
little
before.
while. Yes, for a little while. But to be great, to be an elite baseball team, they need Cal Raleigh. He's their superstar. He's the one in 27 commercials. He's the one who hit 60 home runs. He's the one who changed everything last year. Without
That's a good
Cal
debate.
Raleigh, they're not the same team.
It's a good debate. Let's get to Blue 88.
I don't even think it's a debate. I can't believe we have to have a conversation. Let's do some Blue 88.
This is Brock and Salk's Blue 88. Brought to you by Culligan Seattle.
We're going to go red, right, tight, close, sprint left, G, U corner, halfback, flat, on one. Ready?
Brock Ewart tackles 3 football questions as only he can.
Blue 88.
Now here's your hosts, Brock Heward and Mike Salk.
All right. Yeah, that was unfair, Brock. I'm sorry. That was rude. What I did to you. That was rude. I'm sorry. But, like, once it didn't work, I didn't think we were going to keep going. So I wasn't sure what to do next.
Can you imagine Shannon kicking that duck?
Yeah.
So can I.
Sucker kick. All right. Everyone brags about Cooper Kupp being so smart. What did JSN get from him last year?
Yeah, you hear me talk about him being QB friendly, him having the acumen and the IQ of a quarterback, Sam Darnold bragging about him, busting with the boys. Here was JSN, I think with Jim Mueller and John Boyle, continuing that Seahawk really cool podcast. Here was JSN giving a little more detail to exactly what that looked like.
Just so much respect for him, and I know, the intel that he could bring to this team was going to be, a tremendous, factor for us. And, I love learning from great players, and, he's definitely one of those. So, when it comes to like DNA, our DNA and, what we stand for, just putting our heads down, going to work, having each other's back. And like I said, going forward to a common goal or something. I knew just from the outside of knowing Coop that that's what he was about. So I was excited to, be aligned, right next to him and learn from him.
It's interesting personality-wise, because I would say like football acumen and football IQ, the two guys on the perimeter in our years here doing this show, Salk, that I would say were off the charts would be Cooper and would be Richard Sherman. Sherman was the same way defensively as a corner. Now, his ability to be consistent and not be emotionally hijacked and make it all about others and to own mistakes, a little different than Cooper Kupp's personality, but very similar in that way. Incredible teachers. And when your most talented player, and JSN is your most talented player offensively, is willing to learn and willing to humble himself and learn from somebody, that just sets the tone for everybody else.
All right, question number 2.
Kind of like you. Most talented host, so humble, is willing to learn.
Trying. I just need someone around to learn from. Yeah, I learned that today. Turkey. Yeah. I knew they were spelling it differently, but I didn't realize they were pronouncing it differently. Yep. That's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Goldsmith talked yesterday about players needing to know themselves. Seahawks over the years. Give me a few pretty good examples of that.
I'll give you 3. One from my era, way back when, Max Strong. Max Strong knew exactly what he was and what he wasn't, and he was an absolute hammer. His neck is now paying for that, but he just understood his role and what he could do, what he couldn't do, and just played it to not a Hall of Fame career, not even a Ring of Honor career, but an unbelievable Seahawk career of consistency. I'd say Doug Baldwin. For a wide receiver, Doug Baldwin knew exactly what he was. He didn't try to be a number one. He didn't try to play outside. He didn't try to just shut up critic. Now, he made a lot of noise, and he had a boulder on his shoulder of disrespect all the time. But that dude was a magician with his feet, with his releases, understanding space, tearing apart the slot. He knew exactly what he was as a player, and he maximized every single bit of it. And I think on the current roster, I'd probably point to Drake Thomas and say that guy knows exactly what he can do and what he can't do. He knows his limitations with his length. He knows he's got to get that extra step. He knows he has to pull the trigger, and his instincts have to be on fire, Salk, to do what he does. And he gets it. He understands it. He's in impeccable shape and explosiveness. He's fight off, Tyrese Knight, a bigger, longer, maybe even faster on paper kind of guy. Knows exactly what his skills are. And once again, maximizes it.
All right, question number 3. I'm going to guess I think I know the answer to this question. I think I do. Which Seahawk legend has likely played his last snap? Tyler Lockett?
Bobby Wagner.
Oh. Well,
I think both of them probably.
I thought you were going to. I don't think Tyler Lockett's going to play again either.
No, I think both of them, right? Just father time, certainly with Tyler, and some of those earlier injuries that just kind of mounted and had an incredible, incredible run. And I think Bobby Wagner, even a better run, right? He's a Hall of Famer. He's probably a first ballot Hall of Famer with a number of Pro Bowls and first team All Pro and everything else. But just kind of watching where this game has gone. And this game is more and more and more about space and being able to cover in space and run in space. Now, you may do it against 3 tight ends or 2 tight ends or however the league continues to evolve and all of its different iterations. This isn't the air raid. It's still line of scrimmage. But just that ability to really cover. He could still come downhill and tackle you. He could play in the box. If this was 1985, he would still be playing in the NFL today. Taking on guards and fullbacks and, hammering things at the line of scrimmage. But, that ability to cover in space and not be someone that gets picked on, I think that's probably it for Bobby. And, get the gold jacket ready in Canton, Ohio, because that's where he will be.
That is today's Blue 88. Let me come back to this Cal thing for just a sec, Brock, because I think my guess is, I don't know this. I don't mean to speak for the 3 talented and knowledgeable baseball people that I asked this question to, but I'm going to guess that part of the reason they answered the way they did is that the question, for whatever reason, might make it seem like I'm blaming Cal or saying Cal is a problem or something like that. That's not it. The question is actually what the question is. Can the Mariners be great if Cal's not great? And I don't see how the answer to that question is anything other than no.
I would argue, and I would tend to kind of lean with our 3 other folks this week that answered it, because didn't we spend a month a month and a half talking about how this team can beat you in so many different ways.
Yeah, sure.
How on paper,
Yeah.
Brendan Donovan was the cherry on top of a World Series contending
All
team.
those things are still true.
That it's all about, it's the sum of
The
all
Mariners
the
can
parts.
be a good team if Cal's not great.
They can be a great team if Cal is good. They can be a great team if Cal is good. If Cal hits 30 home runs, right, which now is unlikely.
I think they need him to be better than that.
I don't know.
It doesn't. I mean, 30 from now on, sure, but like they need him to be at least that 40 to 45, 50 pace. Like they need Cal to be great. That's what built this whole thing last year. That's why they went from good to great. How many conversations did we have? How to go from good to great? How did they do it? Cal got great. Unless somebody else is going to truly get great, I don't see how they do it.
Well, don't you have more of those guys capable of doing that on this roster? Can't Naylor carry you for a month?
Truly great? No.
Julio can.
Julio's the only one.
Julio had an August Salk a couple years
Absolutely.
ago where he was the best player in the history of baseball.
And he may do that for a month again. And the Mariners will be great for that month. But to be a great team, to reach where they want to get
to. If Cal does that for a month, right? If he has a August or September in that way, and Julio has an August and September, and the rest of the parts come together, and you pitch to your capabilities, yeah, I don't know. I think he needs to be good. He can't be a negative WAR player, which is what he is right now in the games that he has played this season. That's certainly true. But if he's what Cal was in 2024.
I don't see him, man. And I just want to be clear.
Okay.
I'm not This is not a criticism of Cal Raleigh. Obviously, he knows the numbers haven't been there, but this isn't a criticism of Cal. It's a simple statement of what changed last year. Cal. Like I thought we were all in agreement. Like I thought we all agreed. What
And
happened
Josh
last
Naylor.
year?
And
Cal
Josh
got
Naylor
great.
and Josh Naylor was traded for.
I mean, sure,
and was
they
a
did all those
tremendous
other
player
things, but
for
like,
you
what
through
was the
August,
number one
September.
reason? I didn't even think it was close. Salk, why isn't Cal your number one guy on your list? Cal. Who has 3 million commercials? Come to the dump yard in right field. Like it was Cal. Of course it was Cal. I'm honestly befuddled. I can't believe this is even a debate. Nice. Don't worry, it's going to end for now. It'll come back, I'm sure, at some point because we've got some silly messages for you guys next.
Coming right up, we got your bacon, eggs, and baseball. And coffee, of course.
Come get the heater.
Let's win this series.
Bryce Miller gets the nod as the Mariners go for a series win in Pittsburgh. Pregame coming up at 8:30. First pitch at 9:35.
Canzone goes to a dive. He makes the grab. Picks himself up. Fires the ball to second. It's a double play.
Hear every pitch of every game on the free Seattle Sports app.
Hey, Mike Salk here for my friends at Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. They got shows coming up tomorrow. Chris Tucker. Friday, July 3rd is going to be Hinder. Mitchell Tenpenny's coming in. You got David Spade for some comedy on August 15th. And then Queensryche Thursday, October 8th. They put on a great show. I saw them at Snoqualmie in the new ballroom. Even better. Go to snocasino.com for the full lineup and for tickets. It is Seattle's closest Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel.
Eric Johnson here. I covered a lot of accidents over the past 30 years or so, but I never got to say much about what to do after a crash. Be honest, do you know what evidence to collect, what pictures to take, what documents to request, or what you shouldn't say to your insurance company? The Washington Accident Book Series is a must-have for drivers who want to be prepared for whatever the roads throw at them. Know your rights and how to avoid common mistakes after an accident by getting your free copy at WashingtonAccidentBooks.com.
Longer days, warmer weather, and a stronger you all start at Top Fitness. Hey, Brock Hewitt here, and right now, check out the Top Fitness Big Sale in all 3 of their stores. Every category is on sale. Home gyms, weight plates, dumbbells, treadmills, and stair climbers like I've got. Great deals on display models, too. Have a home gym that needs some help? Get your rubber flooring and all the accessories you need. Get into Top Fitness with locations in Tukwila, Linwood, and Bellevue, or visit topfitness.com for more info. That's Top Fitness, your best place for home fitness equipment.
Hey everyone, Rick Witters with Cressy Door. At Cressy Door, we offer top-of-the-line garage doors, garage door service, and garage door repairs. Residential or commercial, please consider Cressy Door for all of your garage door needs. Cressy Door.
Rev up your summer at LeMay, America's Car Museum. Explore the new British bike exhibition, professional level race simulators, and mark your calendar for Tacoma Cars and Coffee or family drive-in movie nights. Plan your visit now at americascarmuseum.org.
Hi, how can I help?
Well, my husband and I feel like we've outgrown our current money manager.
I see.
Our lives have changed, and we need something more than just mutual funds to help us in retirement.
She's right.
I hear that often. At Fisher Investments, we'd start by getting to know you, your finances, family, health, lifestyle. We tailor a portfolio around your goals and needs.
Sounds good.
Can you help with estate planning?
Yes. We have a team of specialists who can help you with estate planning, Social Security, investment income, and more. We'll get to know your whole financial picture and help keep you on the path to a comfortable retirement.
And your fees?
We have a simple, transparent fee that's a percentage of the value of your portfolio. So we do better when you do better.
I feel better already.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com/different. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can choose the best coverage option for you. Because you know you. Like, you know you can't cook. You're not one of those people who say that they can, but when people come over for dinner, they find out the hard way, you can't. You can't even microwave popcorn, and that's literally just one button. Plus, measuring and patience are huge parts of cooking, and that's just not you. Only you know you. So get coverage options within your budget with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Pricing coverage match limited by state law.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sink's overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was going to unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get it.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
This is Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app.
KIRO AM Seattle. KIRO FM HD2 Tacoma. Home of the Seahawks, Mariners, and everything Seattle sports.
Give me a freaking auto!
From the Quantum Fiber Studio, this is Brock and Salk on Seattle Sports.
I don't read the internet, guys.
Take the bull by the hands.
And Brooke, you are. And Brooke, you are.
Now here are your hosts, Brock Eward and Mike Salk.
Interesting text responses. Maybe we'll dig in a little more deeply at 8:15 instead of Need to Know, since we've got a short show, Brock, and we're out here, we're done at 8:30, 8:25, really. So we'll.
Is this like the one time all year I think this happens?
Yeah, very short show for us today.
9:30 Pacific first pitch.
How about that? Yeah, different kind of day. So let's get right to it. We got messages. You guys have gone to the Seattle Sports app, and you've left us messages for Here's the Thing.
Brock Eward doesn't just hate one kid.
I am so disappointed in Michael Salk.
You don't know what you're talking about. You're mindless. Love you, bye.
It's time for Brock and Salk's Here's the Thing.
Okay, here's the thing.
All right, let's jump right in. Here's Aaron.
Hey, here's the thing, brothers. Aaron in the Coop. Just wanted to chime in about your guys' Father's Day banter. Yes, I do agree. The women and specifically mothers are definitely more important, including my wife. They get celebrated more and all that kind of thing. For Father's Day, a couple of my kids, they did say Happy Father's Day. One said, oh, yeah, Happy Father's Day, Dad, like later in the afternoon. So actually, all of them did chime in, including 2 posts on Instagram, which I really appreciated. But all that to say, yes, the mothers do get celebrated more. It would have been nice to get a new Mariners hat. I did voice that opinion, but not this year. So, oh well. All right, brothers. Happy late Father's Day.
All right, brother. They got to deal with so much more crap.
Yeah.
They should be celebrated.
Of course.
Equally.
Here's Jared.
Here's the thing. These national media pundits are a bunch of phonies. They come onto your radio show and are like, I just don't understand why the Seahawks aren't getting more attention. I think they should be talked about more. Oh my God, everyone's overlooking them. Turn on ESPN or NFL Network, and it's the same national pundit, and he's just like, oh my God, McVay, Shanahan. It's like, what a bunch of phonies.
I totally agree. It's like they come on our show and they're like reminded that we exist. And they're like, yeah, we should talk about them more. Like, yeah, you should talk about them more. This is a message to you. That's I feel sometimes like that's why we have people on our show, just to remind them that Seattle is here.
I mean, wasn't Kyle Brandt was like the tip of the spear of that, wasn't he? He was on with us, even at Radio Row. He was our one guest on Radio Row. It was phenomenal. And then what's he do? Day before that?
Yeah, I don't think
picks the Patriots.
That's like, I do honestly at times feel like that's our number one reason for having national folks on this show, just to tell them that we're here. Oh yeah, we should talk about you more. Yeah. No kidding. Here's Josh.
Here's the thing. This is Josh and Burien, and I find it hard to express just how grateful I am for all of the soccer. I was going to say hate, but truth is probably the better word for what Salk's been talking about lately. I just don't get it. It's a bunch of grown men jogging around. I had the misfortune of being at a restaurant, and the soccer game was all it was on. 2 goals were scored during the time I was there, and both of them were taken back due to offsides. Feels like the biggest gaslight of a sport ever. The only reason people are cheering so hard is because they're so stinking grateful something actually happened during the game.
Totally agree. Thank you, Josh. Well said. Speaking of jogging, I learned something this weekend. I learned that Cecily can't jog. She doesn't know how. She was like trying to warm up before something. I was like, okay, why don't you just jog up there and back? And she can sprint slowly, but she can't jog. Is that a thing? Have you ever heard of that?
I don't think so.
I was watching her and I was like, well, that's not really jogging. She's still like in sprinter motion.
Right.
I was like, but just doing it slower.
I mean, you come in here and are hard on her about practices. Maybe she just doesn't think that jogging's an option. She's to go full force all the time.
I don't think that's it.
That's kind of what happened to you in the race, the big race.
That wasn't a jog, though. That was supposed to be a sprint. It's a difference.
Okay, here's the thing. Salk, I'm going to put this all back on you, and I'm going to use a Salkism that you use on everyone else. When everyone else is freaking out, Munoz didn't pitch to the heart of the lineup at the 8th, and people are freaking out because white flags are in the 9th, and you're down by a run, blah, blah, blah. What do you say to them? Guys, it's June. It's May. It's April. What are we in now? It's June. Let's not get up in arms about a piggyback. We're pitching from strength. I love this. It'll be fine. Work itself out. Ryan Roland Smith, I think it was, said this is a surplus. Was it him? Can't remember. Doesn't matter. I wasn't going to voice note in because you've tested my loyalty with all this football talk, soccer talk. Yeah. So I'm just going to be the bigger man.
Is Ireland in the World Cup?
Scotland is. Ireland did
I know
not
Scotland
qualify.
is. I saw they.
Is that our buddy in Ireland?
Yeah, James.
Oh, James.
Ireland's not in it, though?
They didn't qualify.
They missed by like 1 game.
They didn't qualify.
It's too bad for them. Because there's some other teams that look like they should admit. Turkey's already been eliminated. Turkey A.
Turkey A.
Like why isn't Ireland here instead of Turkey A? Maybe they wouldn't be eliminated by now.
I don't think they're very good. I think they
really?
lost to like
They're
Turkey.
more into rugby, so.
As they should be.
More of a
So
rugby.
here's the thing. This is Brock and Salk's Blue 88, brought to you by whatever company is sponsoring the segment at this time. We're going to go red right, tight close, sprint left, GU corner. I'd like power sources, half back flat on 3. Ready? Brock Heward talks Seahawks, Huskies, and a humble brag about whatever's going on in his personal life and somehow tie it into the previous 2 topics as only he can. Blue 88.
Don't drop it.
I like
Not
that.
bad. He forgot the C left, but not bad.
Happens to the best of us.
Can't run that play without the motion. Got to
No.
have C left.
Why? What happens?
Well, C left is the flat. The flat gives you the high-low with the corner to the flat. Without the flat, there's
You
nobody
can't
open.
get to the flat unless it goes in motion.
He's got to go to motion. He's in a C alignment. He's to the right of the quarterback. A, B, C, left to right.
So he can't.
ABC.
Why can't he run left?
Because quarterback's sprinting out, he'd be behind the play.
Oh, I see. I didn't realize the quarterback was sprinting out on the play.
Sprint left, G.
Oh, sprint left. Yes.
Sprint left.
Okay,
It's
I didn't
in the
realize
very
that was the
name.
quarterback. I didn't realize that. That was funny. I like the idea of him running behind the quarterback.
What do you
now.
think the sprint left G? What do you think the G, sprint left G? What do you think that tells? The
Go.
team? No, that tells the guard. G for guard.
Ah.
He's sprinting out with the
Guards your
quarterback, so he's
protection
sealing
out
the edge.
there.
Yeah. Mhm.
I'd like to design a play where the running back runs behind the quarterback on a sprint option. Oh my God, throw it inside.
Well, you could shuffle it back to him.
Yeah, I guess you could. I guess you could. All right, here's Danny to finish it off.
Here's the thing. I asked AI to make you guys into superheroes. This is what I got. The Airway Agitator. By day, Michael Salk is a media agitator and sports talk host. He gained his powers through a freak lab accident at the station when he combined an excessive popcorn intake with high-frequency rhetoric, resulting in an informational feedback loop. This gave him sonic sarcasm. The Gridiron Guardian. Brock Heward is a former NFL quarterback who gained his powers after ascending to a higher plane of football consciousness. His legendary high football IQ manifested as his super special move, the analytical foresight. And last but not least, the audio architect. She gained her powers through the natural affinity and specialized equipment. With her holographic control, Mora creates perfect spheres of data to curb chaos and unify the signals. When they combine their secret amulets together, they make Team Airwave.
That's ridiculous.
Airwave.
That's ridiculous right there. That's good. That's good. I love it. Good batch today of Here's the Thing. Messages, remember you can leave those by going to our Seattle Sports app. And there's a button there where you call in and you can leave messages just like that. Pretty good. Pretty good. Nice
Not a
work,
bad
everybody.
batch. Not a bad batch.
No,
for late,
that was
G.
pretty good. I'm glad that shocked that there were no soccer defenders in there. But no,
I
just
also thought we were going to have some people respond to the board, you being on a board thing.
I brought that up at 6:00 this morning at the beginning of the show, Brock. I'm like a legit, like I can't believe I'm not on more boards. Right. You asked that question about boards, and I was like, yeah, I'd be great at this.
Yep.
Like perfect.
Like an agitator.
Like just ask good
the
questions.
Perfect agitator.
Yeah, like don't
That's
just be
Not
willing to
groupthink.
zig when people zag. Don't
That's
group
right.
think.
That's right.
I think I'd be really good at that.
I think so too.
Please, somebody. Ask me to be on your board. Can't believe this. I'm bored not being on a board. All right, I don't want to do.
Is the
need to
lineup
know.
out?
No, I don't know what's
Really?
going on. Yeah, it's weird. They're playing in like an hour and a half. There's still no lineup, at least that I've seen. And we've told you guys everything you need to know. Let's debate this Cal thing for a few more minutes. I think that's more entertaining. We'll do it next on Brock and Salk.
Coming right up, we got your bacon, eggs, and baseball. And coffee, of course.
Come get the heater.
Let's win this series.
Bryce Miller gets the nod as the Mariners go for a series win in Pittsburgh. Pregame coming up at 8:30. First pitch at 9:35.
Canzone goes to a dive. He makes the grab. Picks himself up. Fires the ball to second. It's a double play.
Hear every pitch of every game on the free Seattle Sports app.
Hey, are you a homeowner 62 or older and you're kind of realizing your Social Security and other income may not carry you through retirement? Have you ever thought about a reverse mortgage? Brock Heward here for Tila Mortgage, a local company serving you, the Washington residents, for 30 years. And if you want to know how reverse mortgage works or you got questions, and I get it, a reverse mortgage is safe. Well, I still own my home. Do I really have the option of not making monthly mortgage payments? Well, call Tila today for a no-pressure, full-of-answer conversation. They will answer every question you've got with personalized recommendations and loan options that can safely help you improve your monthly cash flow, reduce financial stress, and allow you to have some extra income for those living expenses, healthcare, and lifestyle needs. Give them a call today. TILA, spelled T-I-L-A, is a name you can trust for truthful, honest, and ethical advice for all your mortgage needs. Bill and his team, they're ready for you at 206-766-8888. That's 206-766-8888. Insurance, property taxes, borrower responsibility. TILA Mortgage LLC is a mortgage broker. MLS 247-2046.
Hey everybody, Jermaine Kearse with Pacific Northwest Interiors featuring CS Floors. Countertops, window covering, and flooring. From design to installations, Pacific Northwest Interiors has you covered. Come stop in to any of our new showrooms.
For over 50 years, Bucky's Complete Auto Repair has been the one locals trust for honest pricing, expert service, and guaranteed repairs. This dedication has earned them a Carfax Preferred designation. At Bucky's, every customer gets detailed Carfax updates, timely service reminders, and a full service history, all at your fingertips. With 16 family-owned locations, no appointment needed, and easy financing, Bucky's makes auto care simple. Visit Bucky's.com today and drive with confidence. Bucky's.com.
Hey, it's Doctors King and Kopstein from K2 Vision. If you're at the stage where you need readers, whether you've had LASIK or not, it may be time to consider K2 Vision RLE. I tell my King LASIK patients, laser vision correction won't solve the eventual need for reading glasses due to an aging, dysfunctional lens.
But K2 Vision RLE will. It's not a question of if your lens becomes dysfunctional, it's when. At that point, you'll need reading glasses and could benefit from refractive lens exchange. K2 Vision RLE is a quick, painless procedure that restores distance and near vision permanently. In other words, no glasses, no contacts, and no readers.
And no cataracts.
Exactly. After K2 Vision RLE, you will never develop a cataract.
K2 Vision doctors have performed over 150,000 procedures and followed the outcomes. They have the experience to know when it's your right time for RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consult today at K2VisionRLE.com. K2 Vision RLE. No readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts.
I got to ride in the brand new all-electric Arc Sport, and it was a luxury EV on the water. Stacy here. You hop aboard immediately and feel like you're someone important. Luxury finishes, clean, tech throughout. Driving it is smooth, and it has that impressive kick you expect from an EV. Charging it is really easy, and not paying for gas is a huge plus. Book a free demo and see it for yourself in Lake Union, Lake Washington, and Lake Sammamish. Schedule your demo at arcboats.com/demo. If you can't make it to them in Kirkland, they'll come pick you up. arcboats.com/demo.
Every summer, homeowners wait too long to find a house painter. All Covered Painting is accepting a limited number of exterior projects this season. Ask about a designer-led complimentary color consultation. Get your free estimate at allcoveredpainting.com.
Heading outdoors or on the water this weekend? Check in with Joey and Nelly on the Outdoor Line from 6 to 8 a.m. every Saturday on Seattle Sports and the Seattle Sports app.
Taking the time to understand who you're working with, so that way you can understand, am I putting them in the best situation to be successful based on either their skill set or what they've gone through in their personal life. But you got to take the time to know your coworkers, your teammates, all that kind of stuff like that between the lines, because then otherwise it's not relationship based. And so that's a priority for us as far as making sure that we get to know each other between the lines. And then through that, right, you go shared experiences, and then two, now you're in the trenches together, and then you build the camaraderie, and then you got the trust and everything else that comes with that type of thing. That's really what, Brett and myself are trying to, articulate and communicate with the people that we work with, that, hey, yes, we have a job to do and we do have to perform to make sure that this business is sustainable. But the foundational piece is the relationship.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
Spring is the perfect time to make improvements that protect and add value to your home. Hi, Justin Shirley, CEO of State Roofing and Exteriors. For decades, homeowners across the Pacific Northwest have trusted our team for roofing, siding, windows, and custom decking. This spring, save up to $3,000, or qualified homeowners can take advantage of zero down, zero payments, and zero interest up to 24 months. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF or visit stateroofing.com today to schedule your free estimate.
On October 3rd, Snohomish PUD is hosting the first ever Community Energy Run at the Water Operations Center in Lake Stevens, located on the scenic Centennial Trail. It's a family-friendly 5K where every step supports the Community Energy Fund, helping local families keep the lights on when times get tough. Join the Community Energy Run on October 3rd. Learn more at snowpud.com/run.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio, you're listening to Brock and Salk.
Weekdays 6 to 10.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
I usually need to know, but with the show running short, we'll just say that it's brought to you by Marquee Data, Brock, and I will give you the lineup. It is out. My apologies.
Thank you.
JP at third, Cal DHing, Julio, Naylor, Arozarena, Raley and Wright, Young at second, Garver catching, Colt Emerson at short with Bryce Miller on the mound. So there you go. There's your Mariners lineup today for 9:30 start. Pre-game show will get going here in about 15 minutes. There are a few offers. Does Salk want to be on my thesis defense committee? He and his family have a background in vaccines, right? That counts as expertise. He can zig and zag all defense long this August and September. Thanks, 425. That sounds kind of fun. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. I think I'd be good at that. There were a couple of others. Salk, you can be on the King County 4-H Association board. I don't want to do that. That's not my type of thing. And I don't know what this is. Mike, our CYSA program. What's CYSA?
Not sure.
Is that like a Christian youth thing?
I have no idea.
Okay. It needs a new president in concrete to lead our football, baseball, wrestling, basketball, soccer, and volleyball programs.
Youth Sports Association.
Oh,
Children's
there
Youth
you go.
Sports Association.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Concrete Youth
Out in
Sports
concrete?
Association. Yeah, I'm not doing
Yeah.
that. That's not
Why
my
not?
type of thing.
Really?
It's not the type of thing I do. That's not my thing.
I heard you were quite the contrarian.
I know, but I was looking more for, like, as I said, Microsoft, Starbucks, Boeing, Costco.
Concrete, beautiful this time of year.
I'm sure it is, but I kind of like.
I think that's out by Mossy Rock. You haven't been out to Mossy Rock?
I don't think I have been.
You'd be new to being a board member. You need to work your way up.
I don't think I do.
That's right.
I'd like to start at the top. I don't see why I should need to work my way. Yeah, I'd like to start
minor
at the top.
leagues for
So I think,
boarding.
I think-
Boards? No. You just start right at the top. Get me on the Microsoft board. Let's go. Amazon.
So I think that there is, and we were chatting about this a little bit emotionally off the air as well. I get it with Cal. Cal has been elevated. Cal set a new ceiling last year. Cal became one of the stars of all of baseball, and he's been commercialized for it in every game in the local markets. You see him everywhere, and he's struggling mightily and has struggled mightily this season. Not even to be average, not even to be good, not anywhere close to great. It's been below average. So I don't think anybody can debate that. The question you've asked Jeff and Goldie and Shannon and me and the audience, like, does he have to be great to get them back to the heights they were a year ago? And you think it's like a definitively 100%, there's not even a debate about it.
I do. I mean, I'd be willing to at least allow for they can't be great unless he's at least good to very good.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Does that work?
That's where
Can the
I
Mariners
land.
be great if Cal's not very good?
That's where I land.
Okay.
Because there's
All right,
only so many players, right? Every player right on this team has got a kind of ceiling that they have shown. Their baseball card has shown that. That's the beauty and the curse of the great game of baseball. They got a lot of marquee data that shows you what they are, right? And there can be some outliers, and there can be some weeks or a month, and Luke Raley has a tremendous month, and Randy has an unbelievable month, and Julio will have an unbelievable month. But by and large, you kind of know what the ceiling of each player is.
Yeah.
Cal, took
he Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, that ceiling. Like he just blew
took a
right
jack
through it
to
last
it.
year.
And yes, he did. So, and obviously that played a major role in elevating everybody and elevating the team to nearly the World Series.
Almost a defining role to me. Like I
would
think
say
it's
so.
major. I don't even think gives it enough credit. Like
I would say so. Yeah.
If Cal hits 30 home runs last year, are the Mariners in the playoffs?
Probably not.
No. So
probably not.
Like again, this is why I don't really think this is all that complicated. They need Cal to be at the very least very good.
Okay, so we begin the second half of the season today. We're 81 games in.
Well, let me tell you. Hold on before I do that, Brock. Let me just give you the reason why. I'm looking at all the numbers for the Mariners, and most of their hitters are having a good year. Not everybody.
Super streaky.
Okay, but look at the numbers overall.
Streaky.
Rayleigh's been overall very good. Canzone's been overall very good. JP's been overall very good. Obviously, you've gotten more than you thought you were going to get at both second and through Colt Emerson. Randy's been much better than normal. Julio has been around where Julio should. Like, for the most part, all of those guys have WRC pluses and or OPS pluses over 100. They've all been better than league average. It's Naylor and Cal.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really it. That's why we've been having these weird conversations about the trade deadline, because you're like, yeah, but that guy's actually producing. Yeah, but that position's actually doing pretty well. Okay, Ref Snyder and Garver and some of the guys on the edge, fine. But, like, you weren't really expecting that much from them, and they haven't had that many at-bats. It's Cal. Why are we sitting here in this conversation?
And Josh.
And Josh.
And Josh. Josh is a negative WAR player. Never been that in his career.
But
not
for
even
me,
close.
it's Cal. Like, he's the superstar.
Okay, so what do you, to just kind of put some numbers to it here as we begin again the second half.
Yep.
Cal looks to be fully healthy. Right now, he's getting his legs still underneath him and his timing and everything when you miss a month. But 81 games to go. What is good to very good Cal in the second half of the season?
I think you need 20 home runs and 50-something RBI from Cal in the second half.
Yep. And you do that, you run away with the West.
Yeah.
And hopefully be the number 2 seed and have the playoffs largely run.
Like, I think it's fairly simple. Give me 20 home runs in the second half of the season. And 50 some odd RBI. The RBI is probably the more important one. Give me 60 RBI. And I think the Mariners waltz into the playoffs and, probably end up with the number 2 seed overall. I think it's fairly simple.
Very good.
That's all you got to do. Everyone else, nobody else even matters. Don't even show up.
2 hours.
Don't even show up. Don't even come. Don't even come to the games. Let Cal go 1 on 9.
You're such a silly man sometimes.
Am I?
Yes.
All right, we got to get out of
Just
here.
remember Turkey A tonight.
Turkey A.
Yep. What time? 7 o'clock? Turkey A.
I've already forgotten. We won't be watching. Everybody else enjoy. I will see you guys tomorrow morning at 6 a.m., though. Mariner Baseball pregame show with Shannon coming up next.
You're a beauty.
Until tomorrow, Brock,
You
the hay.
are a beauty in the barn.
It sure is. See you, everybody.
Get to the chopper!
Coming right up, we got your bacon, eggs, and baseball. And coffee, of course.
Come get the heater!
Let's win this series.
Bryce Miller gets the nod as the Mariners go for a series win in Pittsburgh. Pregame coming up at 8:30. First pitch at 9:35.
Canzone goes to a dive. He makes the grab. Picks himself up. Fires the ball to second. It's a double play.
Hear every pitch of every game on the free Seattle Sports app.
When it comes to your home's water, Culligan makes it better. Say goodbye to hard water, odors, and rusty iron stains. Plus, a Culligan Whole House PFAS system is the only system certified to reduce 99.99% of forever chemicals and over 70 other harmful contaminants. Start with a free water test and let Culligan recommend the right solution for you and your water. Ask about 12-month, no payment, no interest financing too. Visit Culligan.com. Impurities may not be in your water.
Guys, I'll never forget the first time I saw somebody get results at our clinic. He was an 81-year-old man who hadn't been intimate with his wife in over 8 years. Viagra had stopped working for him, and he was desperate for help. After several treatments, he walked into my office and told me he couldn't believe the results. Needless to say, this was a very happy man. This man made me a believer in what we do. He had taken pills for years, but he had never fixed the problem. When he came to us, we fixed the problem. Our treatment does what no pill can do. So give West Coast Men's Health a call today. Speak with our clinic manager. Ask him any question you like, how it works, the science behind it, and even the cost. Change your life today like the thousands of men who already have.
In addition to treating ED and Peyronie's disease, we now offer testosterone replacement therapy. With clinics in Redmond and Tacoma, call 206-519-6541. 206-519-6541. Online at westcoastmenshealth.com.
Spring is a season homeowners start improving their homes. Hi, Justin Shirley, CEO of State Roofing and Exteriors. If your home needs roofing, siding, new windows, gutters, or decking, our team can take care of it all. For a limited time, save up to $3,000 on a new roof, siding, deck, or windows project. Planning multiple upgrades? Combine your projects and save even more. Or with 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest up to 24 months. You can start your project now and pay later. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF or visit stateroofing.com.
The world's game is on display in the Seattle area, and so is your next adventure. At Bellevue Adventures, take on a 7-line zipline tour, a 2-story aerial course, and a 36-foot climbing wall, all just east of the city in Bellevue. Whether you're in town for the matches or you call the east side home, come climb, zip, and soar this summer. Now through July 6th, use code SOCCER26. That's SOCCER26 for 10% off all general admission. Book today at BellevueAdventures.com.
Mike's Western Suppliers and CL Western Apparel reminds parents the fatal crash rate for teens peaks at age 19, and we lose nearly 8 kids every day. Make a family agreement to never drive under the influence of alcohol or drugs, text behind the wheel, or ride with anyone who is. Always designate a sober driver, call a parent or rideshare, and let's bring our sons and daughters home safely. Best wishes to all our kids from the entire team at Mike's Western Suppliers and CL Western Apparel. Family owned and proudly serving our community for over 30 years.
Longer days, warmer weather, and a stronger you all start at Top Fitness. Hey, Brock Hewitt here, and right now, check out the Top Fitness Big Sale in all 3 of their stores. Every category is on sale. Home gyms, weight plates, dumbbells, treadmills, and stair climbers like I've got. Great deals on display models, too. Have a home gym that needs some help? Get your rubber flooring and all the accessories you need. Get into Top Fitness with locations in Tukwila, Linwood, and Bellevue, or visit topfitness.com for more info. That's Top Fitness, your best place for home fitness equipment.
Need a lift? In your business, equipment downtime is not an option. With parts in stock and factory-trained mobile technicians, Levitt Machinery is here to get your business back up and running. From forklifts to telehandlers, aerial lifts to track loaders, trust Levitt Machinery to lift you back up and get your equipment back to work. Because at Levitt Machinery, if it's forked, we fix it. LevittMachinery.com. Give us a call today. Stack it, reach it, lift it, Levitt.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can choose the best coverage option for you. Because you know you. Like, you know that hiking isn't for you. Sure, it sounds nice to be in nature while exercising, but that's what a gym and houseplants are for. I mean, you don't even like walking upstairs. So why would you walk up a hill for miles? To what, end up high in the air? Come on, you know you're scared of heights. Only you know you. So get coverage options within your budget with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Pricing coverage match limited by state law.
Meet Lee Platts, a renter whose possessions fill not only her apartment, but also the darkest corners of a mini storage unit. A land of both truth and fiction. Truth, everything inside is protected by Progressive. Fiction, one day Lee will fit into her clothes from senior year of high school. Renters, discover coverage for what you love and what you can't get rid of in Progressive's Protection Zone. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers.
Rev up your summer at LeMay, America's Car Museum. The British Bike Exhibition is now open along with the all-new cafe, El Coriano, which is getting rave reviews. Mark your calendar for Tacoma Cars and Coffee.